What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Salty and Savage Show. We're just waiting for our friends to come along.
We're just waiting.
We're back, finally. It's been, what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? I don't know. I lost track of time.
It's been entirely too long.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Hey, Savage.
Hey, buddy.
Apparently, you moved.
I moved. Yes, as you can see, the Savage Studio is similar but different. Yeah, kind of like the Acolyte. Similar but different.
Josh White says, looks like a Gunship album cover art.
Yeah,
I think you're referring
Gunship.
to our logo, and you might be right because I'm a huge fan of Gunship, and I love neo-noir 80s stuff, and we are all about the 80s. We want to make America 80s again here at the Salty and Savage Show, and that's what we're doing.
Make America 80s again. I think that's definitely a new shirt that I'm doing. And we're back.
Oh no, that's a shirt. Actually, I should say, don't release all our secrets. We're coming out with a merch store very soon, and Salty and Savage is going to have Make America 80s Again shirts.
We're gonna have lots of shit.
And maybe some hats too, because we do need to make America 80s again, because the 80s was the best, and everything sucks now.
Everything sucks now.
You know what sucks now? Star Wars was good in the 80s, not good now.
It's very different. The stars and the wars are very different.
Very. But anyway, so you moved to Iowa. You left California.
I left California. I moved to Midwest. I'm on the banks of the Mississippi, and now I live in a small town in Iowa. It's pretty fantastic, honestly. Everybody is super welcoming and super stoked that we're here, trying to be part of the community and whatnot. We already got ideas. We already got, I've already been out to something called Heritage Days out in some tiny other farm town where I was just hung out, walked around a bunch of tractors and picked up some axes from some dude's booth. I'm like, oh, hey, this is
not a lot of poop on the streets, right? Not a lot of poop on the streets.
No poop. And if there is, it's from a horse.
Not a lot of poop on the streets. So what brought you
I'm here.
from California to Iowa? What caused you to move?
It's such a multifaceted answer, but I think
if you could boil it down to one word,
what you're looking for is probably democrated.
Exactly. Because the Democrats ruin everything. And welcome to the Salty and Savage Show. It's good to be back. We're gonna talk crap about Democrats. We're gonna talk crap about the woke. We're gonna talk crap about the bad, and then we're also gonna introduce you and show you to some new exciting stuff, because we also like to talk about what we like here. It's not just one long complain fest like it is for other shows on Friday night on YouTube. They won't be mentioned, but you know what I'm talking about.
Don't forget the axes.
And axes. We will talk about axes.
Yeah. Whether they're the guitar or the actual axe variety.
Exactly.
All right.
I mean, that's pretty awesome that you have different axes. You have axes that make music and axes that will destroy your face.
We got them all, different sizes, shapes, sizes, colors. Pretty excited to be back. Very excited. Thank you all for joining us. Super stoked. It's been 2 weeks, and just getting all of this stuff together. What you can't see out of frame is just boxes. It's been absolutely crazy. It was boxes the week before I moved, and now it's boxes now that we're here. Yep. So it's going to
be boxes for a while. We'll
slowly adjust, but it's we're very excited. Couldn't be more stoked to be in the same time zone as you, and we'll get to maybe
America's time zone. America's time zone because
it's central.
It's the coasts that are really ruining the country. It's all those really soft-handed weirdos on the coast that are kind of ruining it for the rest of the country. So Central Time is America's time. What up, Andrew? Yes. Andrew Campbell says, "Big up pimps." That's right, because you watch Alex Stein, you get a pimp on a blimp, but when you watch Salty and Savage, you get two pimps on a blimp. or something. Maybe we'll come up with something better. That was really bad.
2 pimps and a simp.
That was really bad.
I don't know.
That was really bad. Sorry, I apologize.
That was very bad.
So what are we talking about tonight? We're talking about we're gonna talk about Star Wars Acolyte. We have things to say about that. We both I think you watched episode 1, right? And I watched episode 1 and 2.
I have watched episode 1.
If you guys don't want spoilers, 2 tiers, there's going to be spoilers. We're going to do a cold watch of a Venom 3 trailer. And we have a new top 5. Should we do our top 5 first?
I don't know. I feel like top 5.
Should we wait?
We should wait a little bit. I feel like everyone's interested in us, chitty chatting a little bit and going instead of just top 5 it up. It's too easy.
The top 5 is going to be good, though.
Good.
We're going to give a little bit of honor and respect to our World War II veterans because yesterday was D-Day. So remember, I think pretty much everyone is aware, maybe if you weren't, shame on you, you're a terrible American. Move to Canada, or if you're not American like Andrew Campbell, stay in Australia. We love you in Australia, though. Australia is great.
What up, Amoeba Artstorm?
But yeah, yesterday was D-Day, so we're going to do a top 5 of our favorite World War II movies in honor of the veterans of World War II. Right. Amoeba Artstorm's here. We love Amoeba Artstorm.
Yep. Got the new
you can see her artwork on the back of my comic book right there. Look at that. I always have it ready to show. It's such great artwork. She drew Ben Franklin as Silence Dogood right there. Super cool.
Benjamin Franklin is Silence Dogood.
Silence Dogood.
Joseph, thanks for coming in.
Do we want to jump into the Star Wars? Wait, did I already say that?
Let's jump into the Star Wars. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's jump into Star Wars because I just watched Acolyte, so I got fresh eyes on it. First of all, it's super cool to know that the Star Wars universe is in the Matrix.
So wait, okay. So we're trying to do a new thing on the show. We're just going to do breaks so that we can give you guys cut up stuff.
Wait, no.
So, all right. So Star Wars Acolyte.
So Star Wars Acolyte, right? Am I right? I mean,
did everyone watch Star Wars Acolyte? Did you guys get a chance to watch that yet?
That's pretty dope.
Wow. So what were your thoughts of episode 1?
Well, like I said, it's super cool to know that, just about anything can happen in the Star Wars universe now. It was curious at first. I'm like, what's going on here? And then, okay, obviously there's, a thing. And it absolutely kills me when you're in a universe and someone's like, oh, they have a twin. And they're like, wait, what? It's like, nobody fucking thought about this in the first place? Like, what are you talking about? What? Of course, the twin wasn't the first thing you thought about? What are you talking about? What is going on here? But let's take it back. Take it from the top. So it's cool to see some big stars and some big names in Acolyte, but No,
we'll just have this up so we can kind of like watch.
Yeah.
So,
but it was I don't know. It was a little interesting. It was very. I was trying to think. There was something in particular. There were a couple things that they immediately, right off the bat, it was the distaste for the Jedi was so like real quick because they're so quick to judge but they're the good guys, which is like really weird because it's very much a parallel that they're trying to make, and you're just like, okay, but who are you talking about?
Simply Green says Star Wars has never done twins. Well, they've never done identical twins. Wait, no, they have in the books. Oh, that's right.
Wait,
so
what?
Yeah, so what I love about this, I love the fact that the twins have the same exact haircut, but they haven't seen each other in several years. Like they haven't seen each other since they were 8 years old, and they're like in their early 20s now.
But the only way,
so they're connected by the Force. So they were like, I'm gonna go to the barber, I'm gonna get the exact braids with the exact amount of like red in there and the exact color, the exact length, everything the same exact. Like the levels, and that's just like the beginning of how bad this is. It's bad, guys. Star Wars Acolyte is bad.
But twins, they have like this thing where they know. So she probably knew that her sister's hair was like that. And the only way that you can tell them apart, because they're so identical, even though when they were children, they were clearly very different looking, is that interesting little white dotted tattoo on her forehead.
Joseph Ricci asks, is an acolyte a follower? An acolyte is like kind of like a Padawan. And correct me if I'm wrong, chat. An acolyte is basically a Padawan of a Sith Lord. They're like an underling of a Sith Lord.
They leave it very open at the end.
I wanted to like this, so I really wanted to like it. Like I know there was a lot of people that like hate watched it, and there was a lot of like, oh, this is going to be woke garbage, and this is going to be this, and this is going to be that. And I don't really care about all that stuff. Like, I don't care if you have female leads. I just want to see a good story. I like Carrie Ann Moss. I thought she was great in the first Matrix. The second two Matrices were just, what is this? But that was more because of the weird storytelling that it devolved to. But I like her as an actress. I was really excited to see her as a Jedi. I was like, oh, she's a Jedi Master. This is dope.
It was
the fight scene that she's in is awesome.
It was painfully obvious after I watched the trailer. I was like, oh, this is such a great scene. They're showing you so much going on. I'm like, oh, I bet you this is the first 5 minutes of the first episode. And
she dies.
And
so Jedi Master dies to a girl with a paring knife. That was kind of hilarious to watch. And did not make a ton of sense. So my biggest takeaway from it is the story is severely lacking. There's nothing that keeps you there. There's nothing that keeps you engaged. There's nothing that really like wants you to keep watching. And since it's a series, and I'm assuming it's going to be like 6 to 8 episodes, that's kind of problematic. The biggest issues I think I has the acting is really bad for most of the characters. The characters' acting is terrible. There's a we can just watch some of it here.
Sure.
Like, okay. So right there, you're like, okay, now it all makes sense. Like the trailer all makes sense now that you're watching it. Like,
boom. Yeah.
Look, that's. Oh, so number one, this character's name is OSHA. So they named the character after the government bureaucracy called OSHA.
First of all, there's such a big joke there because within 7 minutes of the first episode, she's doing like crazy work on the outside of a spaceship, and it's like OSHA rules are being broken here. Like she starts a fire in space on the outside of a spaceship because she's like,
wait, let's go back to that real quick.
I'm welding this.
They were in space.
And
she was putting out a fire.
She had to, yeah. She was welding two things together, and somehow this caused the pressure in something else over here to explode, and that caused a fire over here. And so, oh my God, she had to deal with that. And it's like a situation,
in space.
I mean, there's different kinds of fires.
She put a fire out in space.
In space.
So I don't know if you guys don't understand, but fire needs oxygen to burn. Well, the sun is not fire. Okay, the sun is a gaseous ball of gas and energy and all gamma. And I'm not really good.
You're a gamma
at stuff. But fire, like this was like a campfire, like a fire, like basically this was like a stove fire, which I don't know why she was out of the kitchen, but it was basically a stove fire out in space. So, but I just love the fact that like, see, so this is what I talk about. Her hair, like look at her hair, and then that's her sister. And now her sister, you think, oh, her name's OSHA, so her sister's name would be May. So we have OSHA, which is like, ooh, we're so cool, and then we have Spider-Man's Aunt May.
And also she's like, oh well, May. The way you'll know is May wears a little more mascara, and she's always looking at you like you talked to her boyfriend.
Yeah, but yeah. Oh, there's OSHA. There's OSHA.
Oh, there's
the same hair.
Stop that. Stop it right there. Okay, so that was OSHA after she woke up from crashing in a spaceship.
Well,
she was strapped to a chair in a spaceship, and it crashed. And when she woke up, she was on the floor. There's snow in the spaceship. The chair and the straps that she was in are nowhere to be seen, and she's doing just fine. She's laying on the floor. She had a little bad dream, but then she wakes up. And I'm like, what the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me at this point? What is going on? What is going on?
I would say a lot of that stuff, in defense of Star Wars, a lot of that stuff can be explained away really easily. It's the Force. Okay.
But she's shitty at the Force, and they make that very clear.
But
she's
the Force
shitty
also,
at the Force.
The Force is also an external thing that has a will of its own, and Jedi and other people are able to tap into that Force and become one with the Force. But also,
the Force is an external thing, like a fleshlight.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to be devil's advocate. Okay. Sometimes you can have unexplained phenomenon in Star Wars because, I mean, it's wizards and cowboys in space, okay?
That's the best part is when one of these wizards in space is like, oh, I can't believe she would still be alive. And it's like, dude, you magically moved one person from this side of the room to the other, and you can't imagine that someone survived a fire. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I know. It's and Andrew Campbell has a good point. That's not how the Force works. I know, man. Okay, I know that's not how the Force works.
I know that's not how the Force works.
Just trying to be devil's advocate. This is really, really bad. So there's only one good actor.
Where was the midichlorians?
I mean, who's the guy that plays the Jedi Master with the long hair, the Asian guy? He's really good. He actually can act.
I think he's done some voice work before. I kind of recognized him, but I can't recall anything I saw. I think I've seen him in like maybe one thing. He had shorter hair though. Much shorter hair.
So that's like, I think him right there. Yeah. So this character, he's actually a really good actor. I want more from this character because he's compelling, he's interesting, but the way they wrote him kind of two-dimensional. And it's like, it's all the women around him are just bossing him around. Like, he's got a Padawan who's like the first year Padawan, and she's like the know-it-all. She's like, I'm so smart. And she's telling the Jedi Knight who's like the fill-in for dumb guy number one. Because so men are. That's the thing. I think in Star Wars, it's like the agenda it's dripping with so much agenda. It's nauseating and just distracts from the story.
And this is the first episode that I can recall of any aside from Princess Leia way back in the day. This is the first episode where they sexualized a Jedi. They walk in on the guy and he's got his shirt off and he's like super ripped,
I know.
And he's like, I'm so sorry. And then the girl's like, put your shirt on. It's like, why is this moment even fucking happening? This moment didn't even need to happen. Not that I have no problem staring at another man who's totally ripped, but it's completely unnecessary and doesn't even make sense within the context of what's going on, because that guy is supposed to be, like a Jedi Master now and all this stuff. And he got caught with his shirt off. Like, get the fuck out of here. And the Padawan's like, put your shirt back on, Yord, or whatever his stupid name is.
Yeah. Hey, we got Matt Barr in the chat. If you don't know who Matt Barr is, he's a great comic book artist. We're actually going to be talking about his book later tonight. Book that he did with two writers that's really, really cool. He also illustrated a cover for Silence Do Good, issue 2, which is at the printers right now, and we'll talk about that later, though. But welcome to the show, Matt Barr. If you don't know, you should follow him on YouTube. He's got a cool channel. He's always in a fight with somebody on Twitter because he's super based. But we love that guy because he's hilarious. He's like the Kurt Angle of Comicsgate. Ooh. And that's a compliment, Matt Barr. Don't get mad. That's a compliment. Ooh. I love Kurt Angle. He was always fighting with everyone in the WWE.
He's Olympic. I watched episode 1. Salty has seen both episodes, so I'm a little behind. So we're kind of commenting on
So you have all these boss babes. Like, it's just like boss babe after boss babe after boss babe. And they're all like, they know more, they're smarter, and they boss all the two guys around. And the guys are like very Ahab, and not Ahab like Captain Ahab from Moby Dick, but like Ahab of the Bible. And if you don't know the stories of the Bible, like Jezebel, Ahab was a king, and it was basically like this spineless little twit that just like let his boss babe wife tell him what to do, and then ends up in trouble all the time because you don't let your wife tell you what to do. You let her suggest things to you, but you don't just let her boss you around. So that's what this is happening. Is you have a bunch of Ahabs running around, and they're like, the girls are like, "Oh, you're dumb. No, this is the right idea." And you're like, "Dude, this is the worst. It might be the worst Star Wars series yet. It's just it's levels of cringe." And I do not recommend watching it. I don't recommend hate watching it. It's not even worth hate watching because the acting is bad. The only saving grace that it has is the fight sequences are halfway decent.
The fight sequences were nice, but they were very Matrix-esque. And I was like, "Are we watching?" Like the way she was moving when like all I'm hearing is, "I know kung fu." Like it was just so.
Yeah. Whoa. I don't know. I thought that they were pretty cool. I thought the fight scenes were good. The opening fight scene was interesting.
There was the elements that I immediately was like, wait a minute. Is this the Matrix? This is the part of the Matrix. Wait, is this this is a training program in the Matrix? That's what this is.
But so this all got me thinking, like, how could you actually I think that's the thing that's going on right now is like the continual story of that you have out there, especially among like conservative YouTubers and stuff, is like Star Wars is dead. Star Wars is dead. And we've all heard that over and over again. And I would say that Star Wars is not dead.
I don't think it's dead.
Star Wars, you can't kill Star Wars. It's never going to be dead. I would say, and dare I say, Star Wars is eternal because Star Wars is an idea, it's a concept. And The Empire Strikes Back is still The Empire Strikes Back, which is an amazing film, and it's the best one in the series. And while Star Wars has kind of always been, and I'm going to say it, Star Wars has always kind of been a mediocre film franchise of a much cooler, interesting idea. And that cool, interesting idea we've seen in comic books, we've seen in the novel series, and we've really, I think the best example of the amazing world and lore of Star Wars is in the video games Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, which I think are the best examples of that world, in my opinion. But like it's not dead. I mean, it's not. You can't kill this thing. It's got a rich history. It's got lore that is so much bigger and so much better than the movies have ever been able to even show you or show us. I don't think it's ever going away, but it's going to suck for a while.
There are creators who are doing good things. I mean, there are people who are making, like, I still watch the Bad Batch. I mean,
Bad Batch is great.
That was great. I mean, the animation through the entire Clone Wars and then into the Bad Batch, the animation was great. Most of the writing was great. There was obviously like so many elements that were written for children or for, a much more kind of a broad open audience and whatnot. And that's great. But they were great shows. The stories themselves, the fundamentals, the relationships between the people, the honor, the tributes that they made to others. Like, it was really good. There's always homages. Like there's such great, sometimes even a shot, you're like, whoa, is that the shot from, that looks just like the shot from, and you're like, of course it's just like the shot from episode 1 or whatever it was. But the Mandalorian had, oh my gosh, like it started off so
The Mandalorian is great.
It's so
the first season of Mandalorian is wonderful.
So good. I mean,
second season was good. It got really bad on the third season, and I'll tell you why it got really bad on the third season is because Star Wars executives couldn't handle, and I'm you guys can quote me on this. Star Wars executives like Kathleen Kennedy could not handle the straight white male was rescuing Star Wars and making the rest of those jokers look like crap.
Like jokers.
But Jon Favreau, so I'm sorry to hijack it from you, Savage, but that's one of the points I want to make. So, like, how can Disney or whoever ends up taking over Star Wars, how can they?
They're never going to let it go.
Rescue it, because there is a way that you could actually turn it around tomorrow. That's super. Yeah. How do you fix Star Wars?
I mean, I would take anybody else, anybody in Disney who isn't like Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, and any level above that, remove them from the Star Wars equation. Those guys are now the top because they're the only ones that are like not only like coming up with really great ideas to work with things that exist, but that know the lore and are like, no, people aren't going to buy this. People aren't going to like this. They're not going to stand for this character doing this. That doesn't make sense. And there's so many elements and so many things that they're in tune with. And if they can be the spearhead and it come down from there and get the other gritty filmmakers that they were having, that were going to make, that were going to make Rogue One, but they're like, it's a little too dark. It's like, we need something dark. We need something gritty.
First off, I would say the number one thing you need to do is fire all the women. All the women, okay? Number one. You fire all the women unless they're like being a secretary, okay? So executives, whatever, you're all out. The second thing I would do is fire all the feminine men, okay? No more toxic femininity. Gone, okay? Gone. All right? So that's my number one and number two. But besides firing people, story-wise, it's really simple. It's really simple. You don't have to come up with something new. You don't have to try to like, what's the new story we want to tell? You literally go back in time and you look at John Ford, Akira Kurosawa, and Sergio Leone. You take all of the greatest movies that those directors created, and then you do exactly what Lucas did with Star Wars, the first one.
The original.
Hidden Fortress. Hidden Fortress was an Akira Kurosawa film. And you take those movies like Once Upon a Time in the West, Seven Samurai, and you recreate those films as Star Wars epics. That's it.
Dude, the man
Hollywood loves to rehash old crap. They love to do remakes.
High Plains Drifter.
Perfect.
As a Star Wars film is like, get out of here. And that's kind of like where they were. It's kind of like the Mandalorian-esque. It's like, who is this guy? It's like, it doesn't matter. Yeah. It doesn't matter who he is. He just fucking told y'all how it's gonna fucking be.
You seriously, if you want to do a really good Star Wars movie and you don't have a lot of time to find a writer, or there's not enough because I don't know what's going on with the writers. They can't write. So just take a Sergio Leone film, a John Ford film, or a Akira Kurosawa film, and you recreate that in the Star Wars world. You don't try to add anything. You don't try to do gender swaps. You don't try to do any of that. You just tell a Western in space, good guys versus bad guys, and you're gonna win.
I mean,
you're gonna win.
But there's
I have single-handedly saved Disney if they just listen to me, who's smarter than Kathleen Kennedy. Just do that. But for the next 5 years, just do that.
But she was there licking boots in the late 70s.
Oh, dude, she's a parasite. She's a barnacle, man. She's a barnacle that's grown too big, and she's bringing the ship down.
She's the barn. Now she's the barn. The broad side of it. That broad, as my dad would say, that broad.
Fire all the women.
It's terrible.
Like, well, seriously, you could start with Kathleen Kennedy, but the chick that's doing Acolyte, the chick that's doing Acolyte, I'm sure they could fire her because she was hiding all the skeletons for Harvey Weinstein for 20 years as his assistant. So all you got to do is #MeToo her.
By hiding skeletons, mean hiding the guest book to his Four Seasons hotel.
Yeah,
room.
dude. So she's like, maybe she just that's the problem. She probably knows where all the bodies are buried. That's how she got this job, because she looks like that kind of person that works the HR angle really well, collects all those like secrets and has her little black book and is like, if you don't hire me for this,
my Rolodex will have so-and-so's information.
So you didn't see episode 2, and we'll go back. We're gonna regress real quick because I forgot to talk about this.
That's fine.
But in episode 2, there's a Jedi that's like floating in the air, and he's like meditating, and that's this whole thing that you saw in the comic books where like when a Jedi had done something really, really horrible, like a war crime, essentially
to recenter or whatever.
Yeah, they go and meditate, and then they recenter. So there's this one Jedi who's meditating, and while I'm watching this, and I'm like, is that a dude or is that a girl? Is that a dude?
Wait.
Or is that a girl?
It's like a young guy.
Is that a dude or is that a girl?
It looks like it's a young Jude Law that they added a fake beard and mustache.
So the beard is terrible.
It's so bad. It looks so fake.
Could you not hire an actor that has a beard? Like, first off, could you not hire an actor that grows a beard? I don't know if
you know. You can't get a fake beard by me. It's not going to happen.
Like, and then secondly, like, why does every male in the Star Wars world now have to be so effeminate?
There's that a little touch of effect, isn't it? Isn't it? I was noticing that with that other Yord lead Jedi, whatever, and they're like, "Oh, he needs to have his shirt off." I'm like, "Are they?" It really feels like they're this feels almost like a straight swap for, like, you know, the moment in Starship Troopers or the moment in Star Trek where they're like, "Oh, we're gonna show the female body," and you're like, yeah, because that will actually put seats in the fucking theaters when you use that in the trailer. It's only 2 seconds, but this was like, it was just out of place. It felt weird. It was like, oh, is it a dude with his shirt off? Okay,
also,
are we in the gym? Where are we? Like, what's going on? Oh, it's just like the hallway. Okay, is that Joffrey?
No, it is. It is Jeffrey from Game of Thrones. I've never watched Game of Thrones, full disclosure, because I've never been interested. I've never been interested in Skinamax Lord of the Rings. Like, I'm just not into softcore Skinamax porn Lord of the Rings, and that's basically what Game of Thrones is. So, but apparently he plays a very effeminate character in Game of Thrones too. So, like, you don't put him in with the beard, like. Dude. If he's effeminate, fine, be effeminate. But, like, what? Why? And then they even gave him a bald spot. And in the show, apparently he did something so heinous that he commits suicide. So the Acolyte chick is, like, trying to assassinate all these Jedi. And so she's like, there's these 4 Jedi. And apparently they did something so bad and she wants to murder them for it. So she's going around finding all these Jedi. And she finds him. And she, like, gets a poison to, like, poison him. And then there's no fight or anything. She just sets it down in front of him, wakes him up from his slumber, even though, like, first she, like, tries to fight him, and he's, like, protected by the Force, so she can't, like, hit him. And then she's like, well, I'll go back and get some poison, and then I'll come back with the poison, and then I'll just be like, yo, drink the poison. And, now he's awake. Now he woke up from his deep slumber, and he looks at it, and she's like, you know what you did. And he's like, yeah, you're right, chick. Drinks it and kills himself. And I'm like, what is this crap?
He was all, and then she was like, and then he drank it. She died. It's fucking, what is this? Teenagers in Vienna? What is this? Are we talking about the Mercutios and the Romeos and the Juliets? What's going on here? Who is this guy? He looks like he should be in a Romeo and Juliet. He looks like Juliet.
Yeah, dude, honestly, this is Juliet, because back in Shakespeare Day, right? Guys played both roles.
I have that same scar on my head, though.
I mean, that guy has a mighty fine, pretty mouth. Look at that
Wait a
mouth.
minute.
Look at that mouth.
Hold on. I kind of got that same scar there. You can see right there.
Simply Green has a great point. Just go full Whorecraft. Rogues do it from behind, and they have a... So that's a good segue, actually.
That's a good segue.
That is a great segue.
Yeah, segue.
That is a great segue.
I've never rode one, but have a great time, everyone.
What is wrong?
And what's the deal with sandwiches?
What is wrong with everything in the world right now?
Midwest Bush Light, ladies and gentlemen.
So let's watch a little video. Let's watch
what
a
are we
video
gonna watch?
on how World of Warcraft and Disney are screwing everything up.
Wait, what?
All the time.
What?
Let's watch a little video.
Okay.
When you have a monopoly market share, the company's not any more successful. So the people that can make the company more successful are sales and marketing people. And they end up running the companies. And the product people get driven out of the decision-making forums. And the companies forget what it means to make great products. And the product genius that brought them to that monopolistic position gets rotted out by people running these companies who have no conception of a good product versus a bad product. They have no conception of the craftsmanship that's required to take a good idea and turn it into a good product. And they really have no feeling in their hearts, usually, about wanting to really help the customers.
Oh my God, that is so ridiculously poignant.
I'm a big World of Warcraft player. I started playing when it released back in 2004. I saw this today. It made me immediately think of what's happening with Disney, because Disney's kind of creating a monopoly. And as someone who worked at Disney in marketing, someone who's worked 20 plus years in marketing and advertising in Hollywood, I will tell you that is 100% on the nose.
Yeah.
The reason why, so we can get wrapped up in woke and DEI and all that, but the real reason why all of our entertainment is starting to just be so terrible is because the studios are controlled and run by executives that came up through marketing. It's not, it's always, there's always been a really a fight between executives, the guys that want to make money, and the artists. And you saw that fight play out in the 50s. We hear the stories of MGM and Warner Brothers and things like that. But that battle used to exist between executives and creatives, and they would fight it out. And when the artists got their way, but also made sure to be disciplined enough to, come in under budget because it's all about making money, you'd have some of the greatest films ever made. Now what it is, it's a fight with the executives, the marketing executives, and the creatives. And the creatives are losing that battle, and we see it. We see it.
All day, every day, someone's like, what can we sell? And someone's like, well, here's this great idea that came up with. And they're like, that doesn't fit inside the box that I just created that tells us what we can and can't sell. And you're like, but Star Wars wasn't in a box or whatever. Doesn't matter. Go fuck yourself. Figure out something better. In fact, you know what? Don't figure out anything better. Go figure out how you're going to pay your rent next month because you're fired.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Simple says, I miss when WoW controversies involved virtual pandemics. You guys have no idea. In World of Warcraft, there was a plague that happened, and I went and put my cat to get the plague, and then I put my cat away so that my cat wouldn't die, and then I ran over to Ironforge auction house, and I put my pet out and got everyone sick with the pandemic and wiped the entire Ironforge from existence. It was amazing and beautiful. I miss the old days of World of Warcraft.
You accidentally,
Simply Green.
You accidentally
just
destroyed everyone.
Yeah, we would do the Baron. There was a character, a big flame guy that was called the Baron, and he would put a bomb on you. And so if he put the bomb on your pet, you could dismiss your pet and then go off and send your pet into the auction house where everyone was at, and then he would blow up and blow everyone up. It was awesome. Wow. Oh, the griefing back in the day. World of Warcraft was awesome. Dude. But that video shows you exactly what happened. World of Warcraft got bought out by Acclaim. Acclaim is a marketing company, and the marketers took over the game, and the game is absolute crap now, man. It's absolute crap.
It's so crazy how poignant, like, everything he was saying was like he knew what was happening. And but the thing is, when he was talking about that, he was talking about like thousands of creatives, and like some of them are getting pushed out because there's like a few marketers, and a few marketers are growing. Now it's so different because all the creatives have been pushed out except for the 4 that will toe the line, and everybody else is either marketing something, they're either directly involved in the revenue coming into the place, or you're gone. You're either making exactly what they tell you to make, or you're selling what they told you to make to someone, or you're gone.
Yep.
Of course you were part of the play.
We got a new viewer, Adam Dawson, buddy of mine. I know pretty well from World of Warcraft. Yep, that's right. World of Warcraft, bringing people together, making friends. Even though the game is crap now, and Acclaim, you suck. You suck.
Yaka.
Terrible. Although I'm a little disappointed that he did not use his in-game name for his YouTube.
That's all right. It's fair enough. What I feel like we have we've thoroughly like adventured into World of Warcraft off of Star Wars.
That's what
We're
do.
So good. This is what we do.
But where else on a Friday night can you get opinions from guys who lived and worked in Hollywood for 20 plus years, instead of a bunch of people that just like live all over the country that just talk crap about Hollywood, who have never made anything or don't even understand it? The entertainment that you love, we were there, guys.
I mean,
so you're getting an expert level opinion here, okay?
If you go hang out and just like sit in the back of like the bars that we used to hang out in, you'd hear very similar conversations.
Exactly.
Because we were
there, man. We were there, man.
I remember when there was a a friend of mine, I won't say his name, but he told me, he's like, dude, you're gonna lose it when there's this new series comes out. And I'm like, what do you mean? Because he was working on this new Star Wars series. And I was like, oh, what's it about? He's like, oh, dude. He's like, we got this. There's a like a new young character, and they're gonna use him as like a spearhead for stuff coming up. Like, it's gonna be great. His name's Ezra, and it's this and that. And I was like, oh, okay. And he gave me his login information. That's why I can't say his fucking name. He gave me his login information to go into use some sort of passcode key lock thing and go into an app to go into Disney's servers that you can access remotely if you're a Disney employee who works deep in these shows, to watch episodes of Rebels before it ever came out. Ooh. And because I was really trying, because I was doing voiceovers at the time, I was really trying to get in. I'm like, oh, I could be a voice, and you go, oh, yeah, I could fucking do something. But he was like, just watch the show. Like, I'll talk about it, but check this shit out. And I was like, I was fucking blown away, and it was so cool. You know, you're sitting with a guy chatting at the bar, and the next day you're like at home, air casting or air playing an episode of a show that doesn't even exist yet, hasn't even been released yet. Most people don't even know about Jedis and shit, and they would probably slit my throat if they had any idea what I was doing.
If they knew, what? Ezra would be fired.
Ezra
in 2 seconds because he broke the NDA.
The mixed race individual they got to play Ezra would be fired.
Yes,
immediately.
No, that's kind of like so Furiosa trailer came out, or that movie's out. Yeah, not the trailer. The movie's out, and a lot of people had feelings about that, and like, oh, it was this, is that. Did you end up seeing it? You've been moving. You weren't able to see it, right?
I've not seen Furiosa. No, I haven't seen anything. I saw Acolyte.
Yeah,
which is like.
So I'm a huge fan of Road Warrior. It's like one of my favorite movies. I love post-apocalyptic films. When I was working in Hollywood, I had an opportunity to work as a creative director on the campaign for Mad Max Fury Road. And I was so excited, man. I was like, oh, dude, this is awesome. And so we went to Warner Brothers to watch an early screening of it. So the screening we got to watch had hardly any special effects in it, which is always kind of fun to watch a movie that way.
It's kind of weird. Yeah, it's so.
Charlize Theron's hand was there. It wasn't, mechanical. She had basically green on it. She had like a glove, and it was all like green and everything for for the
points
screen.
On it.
Yeah. It had the points on it, and it was, and when I watched it, I walked out of there and I was pissed. I was like, what the heck did I just watch? That is not a Mad Max film. That is some weird feminist, like, there and back again, because it's literally the same movie twice, because they go one way, it's a chase, and then they go the other way and it's a chase. And it was this weird, like, tripped out feminist, like, I don't know what it was. And I was like, dude, I was like, Tom Harding is Mad Max. I was there. I was like, let's watch this.
Yeah. Ready for it.
When they did the Furiosa, I was like, I don't care. I'm done. No Mad Max. I'm done. I'm over it. So I don't even know. Like, people are saying, oh, it's this, it's that. I was like, no. You don't understand. This has been happening for decades now. This whole push to like change things and to make it, I don't know what it is, man, but it's like terrible. Why?
It's terrible. It's terrible, man. It's terrible.
Well, there he is, Ganja Guy.
Yeah, Ganja Guy's here.
I disagree, Matt Barr. I did not think it was good. I was not happy. Then again, I didn't see it in the theaters. I saw it like an early cut, so maybe it was better. But I
thought it was super engaging. I was super into the universe. I was ready for it. It was like action. But there was that moment where you were like, wait a minute. Are they going to, did this movie literally just stop? Are they going to turn around? Is this movie going to turn around and go the other way right now?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck just that? And you're thinking, and the same thing. You're like, wait a minute. How did this stopped being a Mad Max movie? It started being a look. There's other badasses around here too, so and maybe this one's a chick. And you're like, oh, okay, but like, this was a fucking Mad Max movie. Like, and Tom Hardy is so good. Tom Hardy is so good. He is so good, and everybody wanted more from him in that film.
Yeah, so the theory is that George Miller actually consulted like a feminist Hollywood entertainment group or whatever to make it like more appealing to women, and that's what they came up with.
I mean, there was the.
So
I mean, it wasn't, the idea was not bad. Like, it was like, oh shit.
Yeah, no.
And she's like, you know what? I'm turning this thing, and she drives the truck, and she's a badass, and you're like, okay. But
I just was
a point
frustrated because it was a Furiosa movie. It wasn't a Mad Max movie. I was like, I want Mad Max, dude. Like Tom Harding, that's cool. Like I was stoked on the casting. It was like, oh, it's Mel Brooks is an old guy, and apparently he's canceled out of Hollywood because he got drunk a couple of nights and said some things. Some of it I don't agree with.
He said a lot of disparaging things.
Yeah, some of the stuff I'm like, whoa, guy. I hope that's the alcohol talking. And other times I'm all,
you said
what's wrong with that?
Said the quiet part out loud, buddy. Settle down.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, it's not like we haven't all thought it. But yeah. So anyway, I don't know how we got on the Fury Road thing, but we did, and that is Hollywood. But speaking of movies, should we watch the Venom 3 trailer?
Oh, speaking of Tom Hardy. There's a Venom 3 trailer, and I haven't even seen Venom 2, but we bet it's so just regular, and I could guess about it that we'll
did I say Mel Brooks? Hold on, did I say Mel Brooks, not Mel Gibson? I said Mel Brooks.
Said...
What did I say? Whatever.
Maybe
I like Mel Brooks.
Maybe you did say Mel Brooks, because I was like, did he say that?
I probably did.
Needless to say, Mel Brooks and Mel Gibson have said the same things, but get different reactions.
Mel Brooks is always on my mind because, again, offensive comedies are my my various breads and butter.
I was just talking about Blazing Saddles at length the other day.
Blazing Saddles is one of the greatest comedies of all time. We should probably do that top 5 soon.
We should probably top 5 Blazing Saddles quoted lines.
Top 5 a lot of things. Mel Brooks. I love Mel Brooks, but yeah, Mel Gibson.
Where are all the white women at? Like, it's so good.
Hey, where the white women at?
Hey, oh, you didn't wash your hands after that weekly cross burning. Like, oh my god,
it's so funny. Man.
Okay, but where are the white women at? There we go.
Hey, fellas.
Thank you, Amoeba. Amoeba backing me up. So there you go, Salty. What do we oh yeah. Venom 3
trailer.
You got a Venom 3 trailer? Do you have it somewhere? I don't have it.
Oh, you don't have it? Do I have to bring it up?
You're gonna have to bring it up.
Okay.
They're gonna have to bring. You know what? Hold on. I got a video we can watch in the meantime. Unless, yeah, this is just hysterical. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can. Well, you got the Venom 3 trailer probably already. There you go. All right, let's give it a quick gander. Little pieces.
I like Tom Hardy. I think he's a great actor.
He's so good. Everybody fucking loves him.
Even when he was playing Sean Connery as Bane, I thought he was good.
If you don't, right? I'll have a Swiss cheese sandwich.
I was born in the darkness.
Oh, let me tell you things in the stadium.
Bat.
All right, what do we got?
Eddie, my home has found us.
My home has found us.
He was wearing. I think he was wearing a Golden State Warriors shirt. That's dope. Go on.
Oh, Matt Barr already talking crap. Venom 3, more like Venom Z.
Hey, he used 4 Z's there, Matt. Let's go with 3 next time if you want to make the good joke. Okay.
You should probably know that I have a really dark and unpredictable side to me.
Okay, so we got to pause it because we don't want to get copyright struck, So we're gonna.
Hold on a second.
Wait, hold on. Neither has Savage. Neither has Savage.
But we're on. This is the 3rd movie, and in the beginning of the trailer, he's going, "You should probably know that there's a dark side to me." Everybody knows, or else they wouldn't even be watching the fucking trailer. What are you talking about? Why would you even write that in the trailer? Like, of course there's a dark side to you. That's the entire point of your character, and we've seen it twice before.
Stop speaking. I'm giving you a chance, sweetie.
Say when.
Okay, that was funny.
Say when. Say when.
When?
Yeah, that was cool.
That was pretty cool.
That was cool. love how he's just like in his like tourist clothes with his freaking, sandals. And his, like,
his
I'm
flip
gonna kick you in
flops.
the face.
Like his vacation to Mexico.
We are.
We're Venom!
We are.
Venom!
No.
Oh!
Yeah, we
are Venom.
We're gonna need to work on that.
The internal.
Yes, you take me to all the finest places.
I need to tie up those.
The internal dialogue is so good, and
Oh,
it's like his voice edited. It's so great.
We always knew it was impossible.
Oh no, we got music now.
Oh, not a classic song reimagined and done hauntingly.
This is some trash. Flashpoint? Are you talking Flashpoint, the movie Flashpoint, or
What?
are you talking the animation Flashpoint? Because, dude, we will be in a fight. Okay? Because the Flash movie was not great. Flashpoint animated, Flashpoint comic book, awesome.
Dude, hold on a second.
Oh.
Hey, right before that, Hojo said I started watching Venom 2 last week and made 30 minutes until he needed to watch the cooking show.
Hilarious.
Oh, it's pretty good.
But we were alone in the universe.
Oh, it's what's her name? It's what's her name from
And it's our
Whoa!
job to make sure.
Wait a minute.
What?
Stop that right
Is that
there.
Robert Horry? Was that
That's-
Robert Horry?
No. That's two characters in just a few seconds in the trailer. That's two characters from Ted Lasso.
Oh, yeah?
That girl is from Ted Lasso, and then the one of the guys sitting at the bar when they did the thing over the glass over the thing was also from Ted Lasso. Like, you can't. There's one thing that I truly dislike in Hollywood. I love that good actors get roles and get regular stuff, and like when there's a time when Tom Hardy is in everything, it's fucking fantastic. But I cannot stand it when it's like, oh, these actors are really good. Oh, these are, you know what? They're both of them are in this other show that's like super popular. We should bring them both. But having the exact same actors, like multiple of the same actors, when there's so many well-qualified actors available in the same show, like in consecutive shows. So it's like they live in, it's like Marvel and DC has been doing this back and forth. Like, oh, I'm in Marvel and I'm in DC. Oh, I'm in Marvel and I'm in DC. Oh, wait, I'm Chris Pratt. I'm in fucking everything. It's like, get fucked. Stop what you're doing right now and like give some other people who are very good at their job a chance and stop using the exact same people. Both of these actors are very good. I don't want to talk shit about Ted Lasso.
But Hojo's out.
But
He's out.
Hojo's out. That's fine. And that's
I don't blame you, Hojo.
Thank you for your honest
Hojo,
opinion.
Though, you guys should check out his comic book. We're gonna preview it later, but I got it in the mail, and I know what you're talking about, dude. You guys got to check this out. We're gonna talk about it a little bit later. But yeah, Hojo's already over it. Like, he saw Robert Horry and he doesn't want to watch this movie. I think that's what it is. This is what Robert Horry's in it.
Where that remains a secret.
Let's go get him.
Oh, shit!
We got some music, so just ground control.
Oh, nice.
Something song that I love, 'cause the 80s and stuff. We'll talk through it a little bit because I don't want to get.
It looked like it was Cobra was coming.
Yeah,
it looks like Coke. So we got G.I. Joe and Venom. I don't know if this looks good, dude.
Tom Hardy in a tuxedo.
I don't know if this is a good trailer either.
There has to be a reason they're after us.
So there's aliens. See, his planet's coming to Earth. This is a really long trailer. Okay, so
Wow, it's super. Like, it's only 3 minutes 14
what was
seconds.
all that in the beginning?
That was just he was just in Mexico, man. And that was him. That's the beginning. The beginning of the trailer is obviously the beginning of the movie. And they're setting up the whole thing of
it's way too long of a setup. That's like 2 minutes of setup, and then you finally get to the meat of the story, which is like all his brothers coming to,
but I can't,
right?
They give away the whole thing anyway.
We'll just get audio jungle, audio jungle, audio jungle.
There's an army coming that cannot be beaten.
Wait, who's that guy?
The video.
As long as Venom lives,
Your video is delaying a lot.
What is it?
everything will end.
Stop being stupid, internet.
We may not make it out of this alive, buddy.
So we're not getting Carnage, or
The time has come.
what's his name? Audio Jungle. Yeah, I'm over it. I'm over it.
Who was the enemy in the second one? Because it was what's his name that was in the.
Oh, was it Carnage in the second one?
It was Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson was in the cage. I think he was Carnage.
Oh yeah.
And then he got let out, and that's number 2, which I haven't seen. But obviously, it doesn't fucking matter because Venom's doing just fine, and he's still totally fucking sarcastic.
Yeah. No, Hojo's got a good point, man. The James Gunn method is getting old. I liked it in Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
They did a good job.
It was unique, right? But now it's becoming
job with the music.
Every time something is really fun and cool and like kind of awesome, it then becomes like the flavor of the year, and so then every movie. So it's like every movie's got to be exactly like Guardians of the Galaxy 1. And it's kind of it's annoying, dude.
Yeah, people
it's
trying.
It's like when that Gears of War trailer came out, and Henry, who's in the chat can talk to this more because I think he liked it. But Gears of War had that game trailer where they had the Mad World cover that was on Donnie Darko. And then every freaking movie and video game trailer for the next like 5 years had a slow, melancholy song to high action. And every time when we were working on video game trailers, we'd be talking to the video game marketing department. They're like, "This is what we want to do," and I'm like, "Gears of War, right? That's what we're going for."
We want a classic rock track, but sung in like a haunting woman's voice, super slow.
Because we've never seen that a frickin' 1,000 times. Oy. All right, so now, do we do top 5 or do we do comic book preview?
Hey, what are we doing? Let's throw in the top 5. Let's throw it in there.
Okay, we're gonna go really quick through the top 5.
Top 5. Hold on.
But one of these days we're gonna get a graphic. I wish that Uncapped Turtle was here because we need a graphic for top 5.
Where is Uncapped when we need a good graphic? I mean, he did our intro. He's done music.
I know. Why
this
can't he
guy
do free stuff for us all the time, dude? Come on, bro.
Why can't he do free stuff for us all the time?
What up, Tim's Talk? He's on our left, coming through. Check out his channel, guys. He has feelings and stuff about all of the things, and a really interesting perspective that is not about hating, but just like
maybe even kind of loving.
All right, so we're doing our top 5. So top 5 favorite all-time World War II movies. These are our picks. It will be controversial. We expect you to fight us in the chat and disagree with us. We dare you to. Yeah,
I mean, why not? It's we like to give respect where respect is due, but also there's going to be ones that you're like, how did you not put this movie in? But I loved it so much with my grandmother.
Yeah.
So, the number 5 on the list is slightly more recent.
Inglourious Bastards. I love this movie. I don't care what any of you think.
It is
what I like to hear.
Hilarious.
Well, I got a word of warning for all you would-be warriors.
Oh, that is really low.
When you join my command, you take on debit. And debit you owe me, personally.
Debit.
Each and every man under my command owes me 100 Nazi scalps. And I want my scalps.
How did that make the list? I'm going to tell you how it made the list.
And I want my
thing I love about Inglourious Bastards is that it's violent. It dehumanizes the enemy, which that's what old World War II movies used to be about, was making the enemy look like a bunch of crappy people that started a war for no good reason. And it's funny as hell. And I love it. I don't care. We both did. We thought it was great.
Yeah, it's
better than Saving Private Ryan.
And there's even just little cinematic moments like in the underground bar with like the use of the 3 versus the 3 and little things that were just done so well. And it tells such a great story, and there's so many different elements, and every one of them is fantastic.
Every one of them.
So we moving on to number 4.
I lost all my windows. I'm such a silly person.
Breezing through them, number 4. Hey, everybody in the chat, I got a new mic. I got a bigger, well, it's not a new mic. I've had it for a while, but I decided to actually use the big boy mic. Let me know if I sound all right. Y'all are, how did that make the list? Simply Green already.
It made the list because I wanted it to.
Yeah.
All right. That's how that works. Exactly, dude.
And
I wanted.
And to be fair, fuck that movie. I wanted to see scalps collected.
That's true.
He straight up, looked into camera and was like, "And I want my scalp.
And I want my scalp." I just like that
So
character. I like Brad Pitt in that. I just thought it was great. All right, our second,
number 4.
or number 4. At number 4,
Number
Patton.
4, Patton, about a general who is, I don't know, like one of the most prolific 20th century generals. A war. I mean, he's not Erwin Rommel, but he might have fought him.
This is Patton.
I mean, remember the old movie
a man
trailers?
whom
They
the
were
New
so
York
great,
Times
man.
described in an editorial 2 days after his
So
death
good,
as a legend, spectacular, swaggering, pistol packing, deeply religious, and violently profane.
The
A
music
strange
is so
combination of
good.
fire and
That
ice.
opening speech
George
is
C.
so
Scott as
good.
General Patton.
If they followed my plan, I'd be there by now. I'd cut off the retreat of every damn German and hang on this island. I didn't pick you.
Carl Malden as General Bradley.
Carl Malden,
I
as
picked
General
you.
Bradley.
You're one of the best field commanders I've got, but you don't know when to shut up, George. You're a pain in the neck.
Sicily. France. The Battle of the Bulge.
I will be proud to lead you wonderful guys into battle anytime, anywhere.
Patton.
I mean, it's Francis Ford Coppola, so you know he was at one time a really great director.
He was.
If you ever listen to audio tapes of Patton's speeches, though, and there are some audio tapes of Patton's speeches, dude, it's hilarious because he does not have the gravitas that George C. Scott had. That is for sure. He sounds like this. I'm George Patton, and it's hilarious.
I'm a general.
I'm a general.
I swear. All right, the number 3 is this should be on everyone's list. It should be on absolutely everyone's list because not only is the acting in this freaking stellar, but we're talking about like what a great classic World War II story, especially from our point of view. Am I right? Or is it? Or is it?
Yeah,
they're all kind of tragic, aren't
they?
The Great Escape. The Great Escape. Where's Steve McQueen?
There's your Steve McQueen. Number 3, Great Escape. Absolutely,
there
positively.
He is. Ganj guy.
Maybe my personal favorite. I mean, everyone's in it. A bunch of British actors that no one cares about. James Gardner. Motorcycle chase. This is a really long intro.
Yeah.
Hours ago,
These
minutes ago,
so bad.
these men were behind barbed wire, locked in the strongest cage that man could devise. These men plotted. These men dared. These men lived. The Great Escape. This was the camp. These were the staggering odds.
This is a new camp. It has been built to hold you and your men. It is organized to incorporate all we have learned of security measures. We have in effect put all our rotten eggs in one basket. And we intend to watch this basket carefully.
Very wise.
There will be no escapes from this camp.
How many are you taking out? 250?
Donald Pleasance?
250?
Shout out random names right now.
You're crazy. You ought to be locked up. You too. 250 guys just walking down the road just like that.
These were the men. Hiltz, the Cooler King, who broke every rule as fast as the Germans made them. Hendley, the Scrounger. He'd come up with a baby elephant if the men needed one.
I can throw it out here! Time to lock down! Where's your kit?
Donald Pleasance, man.
This is it. The rest was confiscated in the last shakedown. The goons didn't appreciate some of my more personal items.
Such as Bartlett, Big X, the prime mover behind this true in.
Dude, that's the just so the younger folks know, the guy that was just on Speed, Richard Attenborough, is the old man from Jurassic Park.
Yep.
The old man.
Yep.
Oh, I built a park. Oh, the children will love it. Oh. Yeah, that was the young guy that you just saw.
Yeah. So awesome, though. So that's definitely number 3. And it was hard. It was like, oh, man. These lists are actually really hard to make, man. They
are.
Easy.
And we're always going to upset the folks. But, hey, that's what the chat's for. To set us straight. Right, chat?
Set us straight.
Right, chat? Where are we at? Number 2? Number 2. Number 2. Again, World War II films. We're like to we not necessarily just like, oh, it was like the best film, but like definitely honors the nature of what what we're talking about here. It's a proper war film and or honors those who served, because that's why we're all here and we're all free. God damn it.
Number 2,
a Metro Goldwyn Mayer, The Dirty Dozen.
The Dirty Dozen.
Sorry, I was a little slow on the graphic there.
Major Reisman.
This is one of my all-time favorites.
You are ordered by Allied command to select 12 general prisoners, convicted by courts-martial and sentenced to be executed or serve lengthy prison terms for murder, rape, robbery, and other crimes of violence. And you will deliver them secretly behind enemy lines in France to undertake a mission of sabotage that could change the course of the war. The 12 men will be known as the Dirty Dozen.
Lee Marvin as Major John Reisman.
There's a little of Major Reisman in every man, says Marvin. Tough and unyielding, yet compassionate. I think it's the best role I've ever been asked to play.
You've all volunteered for a mission which gives you just 3 ways to go. Either you can follow up in training and be shipped back here for immediate execution of sentence, or you can follow up in combat, in which case I will personally blow your brains out, or you can do as you're told, in which case you might just get by.
Now you hold it right there. This war was not started for your private gratification, and you can be damn sure that this army isn't being run for your personal convenience either.
Ernest Borgnine as General Warden.
I'm tired of seeing generals portrayed as desk-bound pen pushers, says Borgnine. So I've played Warden as a rough professional soldier.
Robert Ryan as Colonel Everett Dasher Breed.
There were officers like Breed, says Ryan, who could never suffer the rules broken or even bend a little.
Major Reisman's compliments, sir.
Tell him well, it's
You prefer to be captured or destroyed?
Jimmy Brown as Napoleon Jefferson.
Jefferson is any man fighting for recognition against the odds, says Brown. I think I understand him pretty well.
The hell is this?
John Cassavetes as Victor Franco.
Says Cassavetes.
He was great in
Franco
Columbo.
is a petty hoodlum forced to heroism by circumstances beyond his control.
We go on that mission, we all get killed. That's what they want. That's what they want.
Trini Lopez as Jimenez.
He's crawling with hate.
Charles Bronson as Vladislav.
Also in Great Escape.
The last guy in the world you'd expect to be a hero.
Telly Savalas as Archer Maggot.
Telly Savalas.
Maggot is a maniac, says Savalas. His religious fanaticism can never be moderated or quelled. It is a constant danger.
Clint Walker as Samson Posey.
An Indian with war paint smeared on his soul.
When you could actually say that, you can't say that now.
Train them. Excite them. Arm them.
And turn them loose on the Nazi High Command.
Such a good all-star cast, man.
So good, man. It's
So
like
good, man.
it's like I could just sit there and watch that trailer all day. It's so great. So this does bring us to number one. Everybody's probably like, okay, Dirty Dozen, totally fine.
Totally fine.
Dirty
Totally
Dozen,
fine.
absolutely.
The only controversial one
it.
so far that we've gotten pushback on is Inglorious Bastards. We don't care. We love it.
Which is a little like,
It's
come
the,
on.
you know.
Come on.
Yeah.
But number one, well, there's going to be a bunch of people who are like,
What do you
why
guys
did
think number
pick
one
that?
is?
What does the chat?
tell
I haven't
you-
even been.
Chat's not even saying anything. They just want let's just show it. Show it
Amy,
already.
Amy was in this to win it. She's like, look, I don't know if anybody else is watching, but this is an amazing cast. Has anybody seen this? Has anyone fucking seen this fucking trailer? Just look at the trailer. Look at the list of the people starring in this film. It's I'm not gonna lie, you're totally spot on. The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. That is a good good amoeba. That is an excellent selection that was in the back of my mind. I was like, maybe. There's lots of interesting ones. Empire of the Sun was, like possibly on the list, but it wasn't going to beat, some of these other ones for sure.
Yeah.
But
what
is it going to be?
We thought was the best one because we're men.
Bum 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 bum.
So that's our controversial for in honor of all the World War II veterans and D-Day yesterday. This is our top 5 best World War II movies. There were some honorable mentions. Longest Day, that's a really good one. I wanted to have Kelly's Heroes in here, but I just didn't make the cut because it's too silly of a film.
Enemy at the Gate. I'm a huge fan. U-571, incredible film. But I mean, just look at this moment. It's as painful as it is beautiful. Exactly.
But
nice shoes.
And if you haven't seen that movie, I suggest everyone watch all these movies that are on our list because I guarantee you will not be disappointed. I would even say Inglourious Basterds is a good movie.
You would even. It was number 5
on
the list.
I wanted to make Kelly's Heroes number 5 because I love Kelly's Heroes.
And it's great,
really a Vietnam War film.
I really felt like Inglourious. There were a bunch of modern World War II films that are very good. Dunkirk, and I think there was another one that just recently was huge. I can't remember what the name of it was, but when it came to modern World War II films, like nothing really. I mean, we've talked about Inglourious Basterds before, and what's his name being like one of the best villains ever. I mean, it's such a good movie. Every scene, every little section, every little place that they put you in the war, every little moment is so good cinematically and as a story and like as a human, painfully sometimes and sometimes joyously. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. Hitler's only got one ball.
Hey, what up, Katie Did? Hey, if you guys haven't checked out Katie Did's channel
Katie
yet,
Did, nice.
You should check her channel out. And
Nice.
speaking of, Katie Did's here, so let's get into it. Comic preview.
Yeah, comic preview.
We're gonna preview 2 comics and a magazine. 2 comics and a magazine.
I got 2 comics and a magazine.
So let's kick it off, man. So I don't know if Matt Barr's still in the chat, but I just got this in the mail. I have not had a chance to read it yet, so we're doing a comic book preview again. We'll start doing comic book reviews, but we're doing a preview right now, and we're going to take a look at the Indiegogo page. But it was very, very successful. It's called Rock and Roll Ninja. It's a black and white book, so it focuses completely on the art. And I gotta say, man, the art is dope, dude. Matt Barr knows how to draw. I was so impressed with Matt Barr's artwork that I hired him to do a cover for Do Good, and he gladly agreed and did an amazing cover, and I can't wait to show that off. Not quite yet, but we'll get there. Just really, really cool art. The guy can draw, and he goes. He's got like
is that Freddie Mercury in there?
Well, so Rock and Roll Ninja is about like a G.I. Joe ragtag G.I. Joe team of guys in the Vietnam War that also are in a rock band. It's really, really crazy and kooky.
That sounds fucking fantastic.
Yeah, right.
That sounds like the A-Team or like whatever. Like it's like oh, they're Vietnam vets and they're in a rock band, and you're like,
they're in a rock band.
Sweet. And if you can find them, if you can track them down, you can have them play at your shitty dive bar.
Katie did and Matt Barr don't get along, and I apologize for that because I love both of them dearly. I think very highly of both of them. So let's all be nice to the chat, but Katie did is awesome. And we love her, and don't be mad that we're talking about Matt Barr right now, because he's my friend.
Please don't hate me.
But the campaign originally did raised about $70,000, I think.
Damn.
Which is really great. So one of the writers is Chuck Dixon, and the other writer is your boy Zach. Which goes by, what's his name? I always just call him your boy Zach. Oh, Richard C. Meyer. So the story should be pretty entertaining. If you just look, I mean, some of this artwork is really, really interesting. And I like it. I mean, the guy can draw, for sure. I love his style. And the influence was definitely G.I. Joe and rock and roll and ninjas.
Go back up just a little bit. Because this is all like every one of these things I can point out like, oh, this is a different Nintendo game. Like there was Bayou Billy, there's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, there's these are great.
Yeah, this is really good. So it's up for you guys should check it out, man. You guys, if you guys are into comic books, if you're into ninjas, if you're into rock and roll, and you're into G.I. Joe, if you're into the 80s, and this is about making America 80s again, that's what we want to do on the Salty and Savage show. And this comic book is doing a really, really, really good job, I think. I have to read it. And once I read it, I just got it this week, so I haven't had a chance yet. And once I read it, we'll give you guys a little bit of a non-spoiler review. But so far, I don't like buying comic books where the artwork's terrible. Unless the story's really good. Unless the story's really good. So, this artwork's great, and I'm looking forward to it. And it came with this really cool poster that I'm excited about. I'm not sure what I'll do with this poster, but it's this whole like crazy battle scene like poster action. Oh wait, I'm not on full screen yet, right?
No, yeah. You want to go? Oh, there you go.
Like, which has got ninjas.
Dude,
and
whoa!
Vietnam
It's like where's Ninja?
Where's Ninja? So it's really cool. I'm excited. I think it's great. That's number one, which I'm excited about. The second one is
there's more, but wait, there's more.
The second book that I just got that I received, and we could take a look at that campaign. That's actually got a trailer. Is Mythicals, number 2.
Mythical 2?
Yeah, Mythicals 2. So I ordered the big pack, so I got Mythicals. I think this is 1. I just got this week as well. So this is Mythicals 1. And this, I got the big pack, dude. This has got like so many books. Dude.
Hojo hit us up once you plug Mythicals 2. It's only on Fund My Comic.
Yeah,
now.
This is on Fund My Comic. We got a link in the chat. I think we got the Rock and Roll Ninja in the chat, and we're gonna watch the trailer too.
It's there.
But dude, I got Mythicals 1 and 2. This is I think this is like $100 or something. We'll look at the page.
You gotta spin them one more time.
These covers look so dope, dude.
Bring them closer to you because that's where the focus is at.
These covers look dope. I'm covering it up, man.
That's all right.
So cool. This cover looks awesome.
Whoa.
So this is like dark and like the occult type stuff. I haven't read this yet either, but I'm really, and I'm gonna draw my own cover on this one. I'm gonna deface this one, but he gives you
really
a black and that's or a blank one, a blank one. I'm gonna draw my own cover after I read them because I'll want to know more about it. So I'm excited about it. This did really well too. Let's take a look actually at his Fund My Comic page. And Fund My Comic is like Indiegogo, but better because it just does comic books. And they really kind of promote it. So this did well too. It almost did $10,000. And just cool. Let's watch this trailer.
Let's fucking do it.
Well, that's annoying.
Play the trailer.
Play the trailer. Play the trailer. Hold on. Let me not be any worse.
Is this wait, hold on a sec. Which is this for Mythicals? Okay.
I told that moron not to take out my Tchaikovsky tape. No matter, let's get started.
I like Tchaikovsky too.
Here we are, Nancy Moon. The last time we left our heroine, she had just joined my esteemed colleagues at level M. We have the soldier who cannot stop talking, a magician with money issues, and a vampire with a checkered past. But there are other teammates she has yet to meet. One in particular might be a little bit shocking for her. I do hope she's not allergic. Back it today, won't you?
So I'm excited about this one too. So apparently it did over 14,000 across all platforms. Thanks, Hojo. I mean, that is awesome, dude. That is very, very
I like
good.
the artwork.
Yeah, the artwork looks cool. I'm definitely
the style's great.
I'm definitely looking forward to
great.
reading it. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to reading it. I love this pitch. This is the cool pitch.
Yeah.
Because actually, me and my wife right now, we're watching old Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So
and you're like
I'm already in the mood for it.
Right.
So the pitch is Buffy the Vampire Slayer meets Wildcats. Wildcats, Jim Lee, Image Comics. I love that book growing up. With a little bit of X-Files conspiracy, dude. That is a great elevator pitch. And I'm definitely really, really, really interested in it, man. Oh, did I miss the end? Sorry. I'm terrible.
Like right meow.
I totally stepped all over your joke, dude. I'm sorry, man. I'm the worst. I'm the worst pitch man, you know? But dude, super cool. Looks really good. The artwork, like I said, I got these books in this week. I'm excited about them.
Man.
I love this cover art. Like really, really, really excited about this cover art. So this is number 2. That's basically what the campaign's for. Oh, my light is picking up.
Where'd you go?
There we go. And then this is number 1.
Really, Basil? Nice rack.
Yeah. So I'm definitely. I got a question from Henry.
Do you have advice?
Do you have any advice for drawing comic covers? I like to draw concept ideas in that way. Any do's and don'ts? You know, a cover. The best way to do a cover is to you got to think about what you want to do first. So there's a couple ways you can approach a cover. So do you want to tell a story or do you want to show off your characters? Those are the 2 best ways to do a cover.
I mean, do you want to like wear a scarf or do you like approach her like wearing like a cool hat or what do you do?
Yeah, don't listen to Savage. He's when it comes to extra and producing television shows, he's the one to ask. When it comes to covers, it's the 2 things. Do I want to show off the characters? Do I want to tell a story? And usually you want to show off the characters no matter what you're doing. So you have 2 different types. You have like the pinup cover. So like Hojo here's got right here, this cover, that's kind of doing a really good way of introducing characters to you. It doesn't quite tell a story, but that's okay. You don't necessarily need to. He's got interesting characters there. So that works.
So it's the idea that like he's shown multiple
same with this
characters.
one, you know, this has got characters. So I think the best way for a cover is when there are characters that no one knows, is to do something that's going to kind of give a hint at the story while showing off the characters. So a cop moment is really good for that. So like, like Dan Lawless is doing a cover for my comic book right now, and it's the 3 characters, main characters, in a cop moment fighting robots. So that'll kind of give you an idea. Oh, there's robots in it. There's this cowboy guy in it, and then you get a good indication of that. And it's got some drama in it, some tension, and then it's all about graphic design. Really, a cover is all about graphic design. It's about your composition. It's about creating something interesting that's easy for the eye to see from very, very far away. You want to be able to see it like as a little tiny thumbnail. And if you can make out what it is in a tiny thumbnail, you've done a good job. If you can't make it out as a tiny thumbnail, you need to start over and come up with a better drawing. And those are like kind of like the do's and don'ts, like real, like rough. Covers aren't easy but if you approach a cover like a movie poster and you look at like the most iconic movie posters, and you get inspiration from that, that's a really good place to start.
Yeah, like older movie posters usually, because newer movie posters are very poised to be like their calls, SJW flags, just like all over.
Well,
like,
a lot of modern movie posters are just very templatized. It's always like, action movie. It's
better than anyone.
Yeah. But there's those iconic ones that we remember, like Jaws is an iconic one. Back to the Future is an iconic one.
I have an original Temple of Doom poster. I mean, it's so good. You know exactly what you're getting into, and you love it before you've even started.
Yeah.
It's like, if adventure has a name, it must be Indiana Jones. You're like, fuck yes, it is. Hell fucking yes. Like,
and Simply Green's got a great point. If you're going a showcase route, you want to showcase not just the characters, but the characterization. So this is really, really big. So like posing, being able to do gesture drawings and like basically convey a character's personality through their pose is super important when you're doing this. And when you are just doing a character showcase, their body language really needs to encompass that character's personality. That's the best way to approach it.
Are they a slouch? Do they stand on one leg, weight on one leg? Are they like stylistic? Like, where do they put their hands?
Attitude? Or what
do I do with my hands? What do I do with my hands? I don't know. What do I do with my hands? What do I do with my hands?
All right, and so the last thing I wanted to talk about.
Hold up real quick. Amoeba had a quick question.
Oh, yeah?
Got a guy who's interested in producing his own comic. Guess the only advice proves you won't come is fund my comic to get funding. Anything else?
Fund my comic's good. I went with Indiegogo for my first campaign, which my first campaign was able to raise over $14,000 myself. And then for my second, where I'm just doing issue 1, I did Indiegogo and Fund My Comic. And I think I might, the next time I do it, I might try Kickstarter and just do all 3. There are some arguments to do to do more than one fundraiser, like one site. And there's arguments for it and against it, and they all make sense. For me personally, I'm so new at it myself. I'm gonna try Kickstarter, Indiegogo, and Fund My Comic for my next campaign.
I'm like such a swinger now. I'm gonna try all 3 for my next comic.
I'm a little bit of.
I'm feeling a little like open and breezy and almost like like collegey, and I want to try all 3.
So Savage, did you like Mad Magazine when you were a kid?
Yes. I mean, well, partially no, because everyone made fun of me for being the cover of it, but I was the little freckle-faced ginger kid. What is his name? He even has like a name. I forget what it is.
Yeah.
It's like Neiman or Malin.
I can't remember his name. I liked it a little bit. I wasn't allowed to buy them
I did read. I had a bunch of old like vintage Mad magazines, and I would Spy versus Spy. I was a big fan of, and ironically, the trains that drive that go by my new apartment now there's this guy who apparently is still using Spy versus Spy like in his tags, and I see them all the time on the trains. I'm like, oh hey, look, there's Spy versus Spy again. People still remember that shit. How old is this tagger? Holy shit.
Yeah.
But I did the jokes, the Star Wars. There's a particular Star Wars edition that I had and read thoroughly from front to back multiple times It was, I think it was an early 80s one. It was after like the second movie. So it was like they doubled up, and it was all the goofy caricatures. The caricaturist who was doing the stuff at the time went on to be super duper famous, but it was fantastic. So what about Mad Magazine? You gonna make fun of me again?
So Salty Papa said
Alfred E. Newman. Yes, that's what it was.
Alfred E. Newman, which is right. No, so there's a magazine from a friend of the show, Kitty Flips. I don't know if she's still in the chat. She came in and said hi.
Yep.
But they have, her and her husband out of California have like the new Mad magazine called Flip City, and it is pretty funny.
Oh really?
I gotta say, yeah, it's a satirical magazine. It covers politics.
Daryl Dixon's in it. Okay.
They have comic book stories. So they got like actual comic book stories in it.
Daryl Dixon. Oh my god, that's great.
Yeah, and it's all satirical, just like Mad Magazine. The art looks really cool.
Where do I get that?
And so, well, it's a good question that you ask. And so the cool thing about them though is they're super based.
Do I get it?
They're super based. And they are more. They're not woke. That's for sure.
Is it flipcity.com or something like that?
So I think the Baron put a link in the chat.
There we go.
It's flipcitymag.com, but this is the website. You guys can download a free copy, but also get a subscription if you're into that kind of thing. They do interviews. They have an interview with Nerdrotic in this one.
Oak Island meets Ancient Aliens. Oh my god!
No,
that's actually a lot of these topics. I'm like, these are the random weird shows that I veg out on. These are hysterical. Oh my gosh. Okay, House of the Dragon.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. So those are my 3
free speech is hate speech.
The 3 things that I got this week in the mail. These are the 3 things that I got this week in the mail. This is a great like illustration, like cartoon of like Joe Biden.
You don't want to see the insurance forms I got in the mail.
No, you got a shirt. Yeah, your insurance is gonna be way cheaper though.
Actually, it was great because they was cheaper, but still, it's just way too much mail. It's like God.
Yeah. So maybe Amoeba loves to do this kind of art. Maybe Amoeba and Flip City need to get hooked up. Maybe I'll need to make that connection for you, Amoeba, because
that's actually really a
they
great
probably
idea.
Need some artists. Yeah, no, these are the 3 things that came in the mail this week that I have to start reading. I have a lot of reading to do. It's piling up, but I'm excited. So that's our comic book preview for the week.
Are you done with the comic book preview, man?
Done with the comic book preview, but we got more coming.
That was great. No. That's a lot of plugs. That's great. I mean, I feel like we should plug in peeps that are out there, trying to, putting themselves out there and trying to do something, like this, trying to do something like this, trying to do something like this. Like, hey, if you're fucking kicking ass, let's fucking do it.
Yeah.
Let's share the love.
Speaking of comic books, do you guys want to see my comic book trailer for the comic book that you all need to buy?
Oh my god, mine's way back here on a shelf now. Normally I have it at hand, but I figured I've shown it so many times. Y'all know.
Issue 2 is at the printers for Silence Do Good. So there's issue 1 right there. Yeah.
This is issue 0, folks. I don't know if you even got 0.
But issue 2 is at the printers this week. They're sending out a hard copy of the proof. Early next week, and then make sure everything looks good, and then we're going to be selling issue 2 soon. So if you want, but hey, do we got that trailer queued up? Because
you want that? You want that? You want a sicky silence trailer? I got you. Here it comes. 3, 2.
No one's here. We need to get a longer trailer.
I'm like, where'd everybody go?
That's called a bathroom break.
I tripped on the way out the door.
Oh, hilarious. Oh man. All right. So Amoeba Art Storm asked, where's issue 2? Issue 2's at the printers, like I said. We will be putting it on the Indiegogo link, the same Indiegogo link that the Baron just posted right now. We'll be on that same exact link, and we'll be sending out those as soon as because what we want that's going to be ready to ship. So we're not doing a crowdfunding campaign for that at all. And then issue 3 is currently being inked and colored. We actually hired a colorist named Brett R. Smith to help out with colors so that we can produce the book a lot faster. So issue 3 is actually going to be coming pretty quickly. Hopefully, fingers crossed. We will be getting that out end of August. So hopefully sooner, but crap happens, client work, and that whole 9. So that's that, man. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I trimmed the beard and it's feeling so soft and supple right now.
Oh, you know what I was gonna say?
Dude,
it does look pretty soft and supple. I need to revamp now that I'm here. I need to restock and revamp the Larson Brothers Beard Balm that I have available. I am super excited to get started. That's just one of the many things that is now going to be coming. Hopefully we'll be doing multiple shows a week. It's entirely possible that there will be a couple days a week that we may start coming at you with more stuff, plugging more indie creators, plugging more content, making fun of a bunch of bullshit, pointing fingers at stupid faces, some of which are our own.
We'll be doing. Yeah, actually, we're hopefully soon. Dude. So we have a lot of World of Warcraft players in the chat. What do you guys think about this? One night a week we do the show, but me and Savage play World of Warcraft Classic Seasons of Discovery.
I don't know what that means, but if it's anything like Warcraft 2, which I was an avid player of, then I'm totally down for it.
No, because so I thought this would be a really good idea, so we're just spitballing now. But I thought, since you've never played World of Warcraft, but are a Warcraft fan,
right? I'm on a Mac. Am I gonna have to download something weird?
No. It's totally. That's why it would be a perfect game because you're on a Mac. I'm on PC because I'm a advanced race. But I thought it would be fun to do the show while we play World of Warcraft because it'll be the first time you've ever played it, and I'm a veteran of it. We have a lot of World of Warcraft players in the chat, so it could just be Tuesday night World of Warcraft show.
I mean, I'd rather play Red Dead Online, and ride my horse across the countryside.
Or maybe we do that. Maybe we play a new game every once in a while.
That would be interesting.
We'll just do the show, and then play games. We'll have to figure that out. I think that would be fun.
Play a little DayZ as survivors. Just go run around like some weird Russian wilderness, trying to survive and collecting random shoes and cans of dog meat just to last.
But I wanted to show you. One thing I did want to show you that you have not seen, and you don't even know this world. But are you familiar at all with the world of Twitch and game streams?
Very just ancillary. Roughly, I'm familiar with a couple of the biggest names. Oh, there he is!
It's not. I totally, dude. I forgot to message Uncap too, man.
You forgot?
I was dude, it's not my fault.
We talked about him earlier.
It's his fault.
It's what you brought him up, and I was like, yeah, where is he?
One of our favorite human beings on the face of the earth is with us right now, Uncap Turtle. Hail, Uncap. We're happy you're here. Sorry, bud. This guy and his moving situation. So we're doing a Friday night show, and we have a lot of people. So I don't know. Do we do Friday night? Do we go back to Thursday? I don't know if
we'll do whatever the
Barons,
fuck we want. Okay.
I don't know if the Barons figured out how to do I haven't figured it out. I don't know if you figured it out. We should do a poll next time. What night should we do our
I haven't figured
show?
out. I haven't figured out how to do any of that shit.
Let's go chat this out.
Oh, it's because I was too busy doing everything else. No. I think it would be a great idea for the chat to kind of chime in and be like, "Are you Thursday night people? Or are you Wednesday?" Because we could do like
do we do Wednesday, Thursday, Friday for our main show?
Or we do or do we do like a Tuesday, Thursday, or a Wednesday, Friday, or a because for the main show we should always have a main show. But I think in our other show we could bring in all these other things that. We're hesitant to bring into the main show.
Yeah.
Like these, like playing World of fucking Warcraft or something like that. Just like jumping in on it or, drinking Jameson from the bottle. Like, shit like that.
Yeah. So apparently, I don't even know what's going on because I don't see the YouTube, but the Baron did a survey for the WoW, and apparently the chat's saying yes to WoW, so that'll be fun.
Really?
So speaking of WoW, I wanted to show you a video. So there is this.
I have a video too. Go on.
There's this streamer named Asmongold, and he's a very, very well-known video game streamer. He's been on stream. He's done Twitch streaming for like a decade now, and he mainly got to start playing World of Warcraft. And the guy's got like on YouTube, he's got like over 2 million subscribers. I think on Twitch is around the same. And he's made a lot of money. So he's essentially become a millionaire streaming video games and mainly just World of Warcraft.
This is super interesting for me because I had when Salty sent this to me, I was like, I have zero idea who this human being is. I don't know why they're famous. None of this makes any sense to me. But before I even started watching it, because I was like, who even is this person? Because it's crazy. First of all, it's crazy that there are people that are so famous and so rich and you have zero idea who they are because millions of other people know who they are and you don't. And I'm like, I was tied into the entertainment industry for 16 years, hardcore, like mainlining it. And I have zero fucking clue who some of these people are. And they are fucking millionaires.
Well,
so like,
this is the internet, so it's not Hollywood. It's the internet.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
So I wanted to show him so he did like an MTV this My House, like what was that? What was that show?
Cribs.
MTV Cribs.
My house.
Whatever it's called, man. So he invited two other streamers.
He did that show called My House, on MTV.
He invited two other streamers to come over to his house, and he gives a tour of his house. So
he's got to have some dope house.
A very wealthy millionaire, mind you, and this is a tour of his house.
All right. Where?
Oh,
you got to make sure.
I don't even know what I'm doing. I need a producer. I should not be doing this.
I'm trying to produce half this.
I should not be driving,
or that.
That's the circle of one.
Damn.
It's cool because like the more I breathe air in here, it makes me feel like slightly sicker.
What?
So. This is the streamer's house. He's a millionaire.
That's a big ass cricket. Wait, is that real?
No.
I thought that was real.
It's not.
Wait, you have stone.
This is his kitchen.
Dude, you're saying
We'll speed it up.
No, this is fine.
Yeah, I usually don't use that one.
Wait.
How do you speed it up?
No, this has been used.
I usually don't use
I
that
use it pretty
one.
regularly. Yeah. Oh, you letting that pan soak?
Yeah.
How long have that been soaking for?
Like a day.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's actually not that bad.
That's in the pan, you're lying.
Is this the same kitchen you cook in?
Yeah.
Why is it? Am I crazy? I think it's way smaller than you thought it was gonna be.
Rooms look bigger on
Like, I mean, like, this is nuts. Because, like, just me and you in this whole kit, it fills the whole thing up. Holy
this is his kitchen.
How long have those been soaking for?
They're not soaking.
Oh, okay.
There's no water.
Okay, so if you wanted the fork in that right now, where would you get it from?
Right here. No, I have these.
Dude, that's not. He's like, how long have those been soaking for? He's like, that's not water. What? I'm sorry. What? wait, what?
Oh, dude, this guy's a millionaire.
What does he stream?
Oh, you've got cream cream soda, extra condiments.
Those have been there for like a long time. I wouldn't recommend eating those.
Okay.
Those have been there a long time.
I wouldn't eat those.
I would not recommend eating those. It's a little too fast. Let's slow it down, baby dubs.
Oh, the Trix yogurt
How
too.
old are these oats?
That's gotta be at least like 15, 20 years. Oh, you got your dried blood on top of the ceiling too.
So-
see that?
No.
A little backstory.
Some wasp poison because there used to be wasps that would get up there and I'd spray them down.
That's
So
some
this is
wasp
TV.
poison.
My ex-girlfriend left here. Works totally fine. I just don't know what to do with it. These are pillows that have mold on them, so I threw them out of my room. And that's my bathroom. It was actually so bad that I did clean it up. That was the only thing I actually cleaned up before you guys came over here. It was actually that bad, so that is cleaned up. This is my other room. It's like my room as a kid. And this is
So this is the house that he grew up in.
What the fuck?
This is the house that he grew up in.
Is this where does he live here?
This is his house. This is the house that he grew up in as a child. This is the house that he streams from.
What?
And this is the house where he makes all his money.
my bedroom. This is generally where I sleep.
Oh, the nest. It's real.
Well, I actually had to get rid of most things out of the nest.
That's
because they were moldy. They were moldy.
You actually sleep down here or you just sleep upstairs in your room?
I go like this. Just like this. Oh shit, I got my pillow. Yep. Very comfy and cozy.
So what is this going on here? I think it's more wasp poison.
Dude, yeah. Wasp poison, white Anglo-Saxon Protestant poison, maybe. Like, what is coming out of his body, and why is he wiping it
I
on
didn't
the
clean anything
walls?
up, so I figured I'd give you guys the office.
So
And then
that's
the
his
main place-
bedroom.
This is where I'm usually.
And we go.
at.
This is where we
Dude,
go up. This is where he streams from.
Okay. I was like, because this has got okay.
This is where he streams from.
Please
So this
tell-
is his studio.
Okay, please tell me this changes. Like, what the? Go on.
This is my room. Let's see. I got this desk at Office Max. This is like a bunch of like random stuff I have here. This was a whiteboard that I would put a list of things that I had to do in World of Warcraft. So I got a chair, and that's the other chair. I got this sofa. It was like nearby.
It's just
I got it. It was on the
full
side of the
of
road.
crap.
I put it halfway on the car. Same with this one, and I held it for like 2 miles while I took it back to the house. See, I have this sword. I have like 10 different blankets here that I kind of just have in a giant pile. I just pretty much pull it all over myself, and then I've got. Oh, these are sofa cushions. There's another sofa that I got rid of, but I kept the cushions because I wanted to be able to make a sofa cushion igloo. I never got to know.
Yeah. Let's just make sure the Twitch Prime so you can afford it.
Let's see. What else is
That's what makes you a Twitch Prime guy.
On YouTube. I have 1,000,001. I don't know where the plaque is. Maybe I lost it. I don't know. Oh, it's a bird. That's pretty much my house. This is where I live.
It's cozy.
Oh, it's a bird. Oh, it's a bird, and that's pretty much
Dude.
my house. What
So-
the fuck?
So
That's 3 minutes and 49 seconds.
This is so.
What
here-
is
look,
the
look at all
rest
these,
of this?
Look at all these dishes. So he's got some
Dude.
PC. He's got some PC fans here, I think.
Yeah, dude, he's got
Oh.
so much stuff going on in this room. That's like his old setup over there in the corner because the other setup's on the other side of the room.
He's got the refrigerator.
That's his refrigerator with a bunch of different like dinosaur toys and stuff on top. And
Yeah. So,
dude, what the?
This is what happens when men stay single for too long.
I thought I had too much stuff.
Yeah.
Like what?
But like he's got a lot of stuff, and
I have to show this
so
video.
he's
I
got
have
the
to
Nature
show this
Valley
video.
granola bars right here.
I got to show this video because
Wait, hold
oh
on,
my
hold
God.
on. We're
I
not.
thought
So
okay.
So then these two people, he decides that he's gonna make dinner
What?
for these two people.
What?
Okay.
What?
So they go back to the kitchen.
Whenever we ran out of room in a trash can, we just buy a new trash can.
Oh.
You don't have salt and pepper?
No, I got upstairs.
Oh.
Whenever we ran out of room
This
in the
is where we're
trash
gonna take
can,
the
we
most
would
time.
just buy a
Just cooking
new
up all
trash
the
can.
potatoes.
You want help?
No, you can't. It's just
So
Oh, okay.
he's taking the potatoes and he's taking the fork and he's jamming it in there and he just microwaves them.
That is
up.
fucking
And then he
so
just
cool.
takes these
It's
steaks
supposed to like make sound when you put it on.
exactly, and the sound actually sears it to the pan, which makes it harder to clean, which wastes time.
and there's like these paper thin steaks, man. They're these paper thin steaks with like no fat. And he like sits there and then he just pours Worcestershire sauce on everything.
Shit falls out. I will say, credit due. This shit smells good.
Like,
That smells super
dude, this
good.
is what. And then this guy, I don't know what this guy is. He's like, that smells good. It might smell good because it's steak, and he's putting salt and pepper
because
on
he's
it.
used
and that
to
always
drinking
smells good.
Worcestershire sauce.
Incense, probably a bunch of other crazy.
And then she's like, I'm gonna get some water, and I'm like, why would you do that?
Oh, you don't want to use that. Don't use that. The ice is moldy.
He's like, you don't want to use that because like how?
Oh.
So then they go to eat the food.
Okay. They go
Look
to
at these
eat
steaks. Look at those steaks. They're like it's beef jerky.
100%, yeah. Well, thank you.
And then he says, beef jerky is my favorite food. So yeah.
How do we dress this properly? Like, do we put the
Okay, so you
steak
get the
sauce?
potato right here, cut it right open on the middle. Then I get the salt and
You
pepper.
really can't fuck up a potato. Just a small bit.
So that's it. No butter, no cream
Fun
cheese,
fact
no
about
cheese.
A1, it actually never
So
actually goes bad.
these steaks
It
do
just,
need A1
turns
sauce
into, like,
because there's
wine.
no way they taste that good. And then this guy's like,
That's crazy. That's good as fuck. That's really good as fuck. Try that shit.
Okay, first time
like
around,
as a steak connoisseur, this is offensive to me.
You know what's crazy though? It tastes just like beef jerky.
It does.
Yep, just like beef
You want to know
jerky.
what my favorite food in the world is?
Beef jerky.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
You're like, it is a little dry, but
It is
But it's dry and then the
It's
sauce.
a lot
Like, if it's dry, that means there's
Yeah,
nothing
so like to make it good,
Dude.
like A1 sauce is tasty, and you can basically
This-
put any garbage steak with A1 sauce, and it's going to be good.
This unhoused individual with the white shirt is the guy who owns this house and is a Twitch millionaire.
Twitch millionaire.
Not
And
even-
as Amoeba says, just a normal Florida house to me. Amoeba
What?
knows. So like, I'm not gonna lie, I may or may not
What?
have had similar living conditions in my early 20s, living by myself, partying all the time.
No,
it was
no,
never
no.
this bad. It was never that bad.
It was nothing like this.
It was never that bad. And
We'll just buy a new garbage can.
yeah. So
No,
it was
no,
this is like beyond this
no.
is like, and here's the thing though. Here's the thing. This guy spends less than 1% of his money.
I'm very, very disturbed by this,
Yeah,
Salty.
So I okay. So you guys have to watch this stream
What?
though, because So here's the
What
thing.
is that? What does he do? What does he stream?
So
World
he
of
streamed.
Warcraft?
He stopped. I think I haven't watched it in a while, in a couple of years. He streamed mainly World of Warcraft, and again, I'm a huge World of Warcraft player. And his stream is actually very entertaining. I mainly watch his YouTube channel because it's like edited up and cut up stuff. Because World of Warcraft is just a crazy world, and you can go down that rabbit hole. There's all kinds of stuff going on. But I will, and the guy knows how to stream. He knows how to run a stream. He knows how to engage with his audience. He's very, very good, and he's very, very successful.
So weird that this is who he is when he gets up from the chair and takes off the headphones. It's like, I understand, like, everybody gets it that outside of this, like, I just moved and there's boxes everywhere outside of this beautiful little, but beautiful, it's very in quotes, little area right here. But holy shit, man. Like in the worst days of my scroungingest college or after college days, in my Van Nuys apartment with cockroaches, did I never feel this level of just like, what the actual fuck?
Yeah. My dad is Salty Papa, and he said it was never that bad, and it's
Never
true.
this
It was
bad.
never. It was bad though. I'm just
Never
gonna
this
say,
bad.
I am very blessed
There's
to have
no way.
a wonderful wife that keeps me from turning into Asmongold. Okay, I will say that because I'm an artist. I'm eccentric like Asmongold, and there is that in me. I will be honest. There is that in me. But I also want to not gross my wife out, so I don't ever let it get that bad.
Are we gonna watch any more of this guy? Because
No. So, well, what I wanted to say was,
Go on.
The last thing I wanted to finish is the one thing about Asmongold is that he is kind of a genius. He's a mad genius in the sense that, like, when he talks about how Blizzard and other video game companies can improve their games, if they listen to him, they would improve. Like, he is right, like, most of the time when it comes to, like, what's wrong with World of Warcraft and why people are not playing it as much anymore, why other games maybe not be finding success, especially when it comes to MMOs. The guy is right every time. He can tell him. He'll be like, this is how you fix the game. This is what you should do. This is how you bring in more people. This is how you engage with people. You're like, he's right. He's 100% right. But the developers at these video game companies are so full of themselves and so full of like, oh, we're right, that they hate the guy because he's right. He's always right. Every single time.
It is. And the thing is that some of these people who play these games and spend their existence in the universe of a game, sometimes they fundamentally know it so much better than the people that developed it.
Yeah.
And it's just the nature of like being that far away from it, being someone who is experiencing it as a user versus someone who is a creator.
Yeah, and well, he's approaching it as a consumer, and he's giving them the advice. He's giving them the advice that would make the game better because it's coming from a consumer. It's coming from a consumer.
The mindset
background, right?
Yeah,
so he's like, we're not liking this game because of this, and then the devs are like, we know better, and it's like, no, but literally the entire consumer base is telling you make the game better, and this is what we don't like, and then they do the exact opposite. It's so ridiculous. Yeah. But hey, the poll is almost ending. That you see there in the chat. So make sure.
Is there a poll
vote.
in the chat?
There's
Get on it.
There's a poll. Get on it. Vote before that poll closes. Because we make decisions based off of what you tell us, people.
We care.
We are slaves to the chat.
Slave.
We're
slaves to the
So that's Asmongold. I appreciate that guy. You guys should check him out. You don't need to subscribe, though. You should like and subscribe this show because we need more likes and subscribers. Asmongold is doing pretty good with a 2.5 million.
All right. That is definitely not what I wanted to share.
And also, Asmongold is pretty based, and we like based here.
Pretty based. Let's go ahead and stop that. There was a quick clip that I had. This guy.
Uncapped is shook.
Yeah, right.
Go have a stiff drink, dude.
So shook. Like, it's like watching an episode of Hoarders, but at the same time, it's like somebody, if you knew them, if you watch them regularly, it's just such a shock to all of a sudden be in their house, and you're like,
dude,
wait, that's what your sink looks like.
If he was my buddy, me and my wife would be helping him a lot because he needs to get some things in order, and he's a great guy. He should have a wife that'll take care of him, but he needs to maybe move. Maybe move.
All right, this is just something. I love Theo Vaughn, and I love the random stuff he says, and not everybody's a fan of him because he's just like such a wackadoodle. But this is just like this is one of those things, if like someone walked up to you, or not someone walked up to you, but if you were chatting with someone and they were like, oh my God, I met Snoop Dogg the other day, and you're like, no shit. And they're like, yeah, I got a photo with them. And then they showed you a photo and you're like, yeah, that's not Snoop Dogg. And they're like, what are you talking about? And you're like, yeah, that's not Snoop Dogg. But then they almost convince you. You're like, wait a minute. Is that Snoop Dogg though? I don't know. This is just a great, genuine moment with Theo, because I watch his stuff all the time, just little clips of it. And this was one of those moments that I just died because it was genuinely like, wait a minute. Did we just hold on? Like everyone's confused. And in the end, it's just fucking hysterical. All right, let me see if I can get this going.
Like how you got 30 pairs of swimming trunks, but you ain't never been in the water, Joe Rogan.
Making fun of Cat Williams.
You need to get Cat Williams on here.
I would love for him.
Yeah. He definitely knows about you.
I got a statue of him at home.
Really?
Yeah, I got a Christmas statue. It's like a Christmas Cat Williams that I have in my home.
Oh, what?
I bought it at Michael's a few years ago.
What?
Why would you? What even inspired?
I saw it. They had 2 left in there, and they was on
sale. Yeah.
I didn't think they should have been. But
you bought both of them.
I got one. There it is.
What the fuck, bro? You don't even lie about shit. You just be I don't even think that was Cat Williams. That was just
fuck it ain't, baby.
But that was a black fucking what do you call the shit?
Cat Williams. That's what you call it.
That's a black nutcracker.
That's a damn Cat Williams right there.
That's a black nutcracker. That's
You ain't telling me that ain't a fucking Cat Williams, bro.
Oh my god,
Right, and
it's a black nutcracker.
I'm taking that bitch.
Somehow, some way, that's fucking racist. That's not Cat Williams.
That ain't racist, bro.
Hey, that's just funny.
I'm supporting the culture. How many people got a fucking black Cat Williams in the house for Christmas?
It's obviously a nutcracker. It was about Christmas.
Zoom in on his face a little bit.
Oh my god.
Bro.
Now that you say it, I kind of see it.
Now that you say it, I kind of see it.
Hilarious.
Oh man, I was just dying. He's like, I actually have a Cat Williams statue at home. What the fuck are you? And he was genuinely, he's like, wait, you got I'm sorry, you got a Cat Williams statue? Yeah, it's a Christmas Cat Williams statue. It was at Michael's. There were only 2 left. He was like, it was on sale. Yeah, it was on sale.
When I grow up, I want to be as funny as Theo Von. Man.
I don't
Good
even.
Lord.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, that guy's
There's
so
just
funny.
like some of the I can't even just sometimes just his genuine like this is how I accept how the universe is, and you're like wait what? Where did you even get that perspective? And he's like, oh shit, you guys don't even you haven't been smoking what I've been smoking. You're like, you're fucking right, we haven't been smoking what you've
See,
been
when
smoking.
I watch his stuff, I'm like, should I do drugs?
He's so funny, dude. He doesn't, dude. When I watch the show, I'm like, this guy isn't even on drugs anymore. Like he's just he's just pulling this stuff out of his brain. It's just how it works now.
I feel like I should have done more drugs in my 20s. I really feel like I missed out on doing more drugs in my 20s because I drank so much and I partied so much.
It just makes everything disappear.
I wasted my 20s not doing enough drugs.
I wasted my 30s drinking too much. I did way too many drugs in my 20s, I think.
I'm like, man, I missed because like I didn't like cocaine. Oh, speaking of, oh my gosh, dude, you've been gone for so long. This is how long Savage has been gone.
Did you start doing cocaine?
Nick Rekieta gets busted for cocaine possession. The like biggest law tuber on YouTube, like has his entire life blow up. Gets busted for cocaine. Apparently is swinging. Stole the wife of the swinging couple that they were swinging with, and then she was living with them, and they all got busted for drug possession, ketamine and cocaine, and had his kids taken away. Donald Trump is convicted of, I don't know, 34 felonies no one's ever heard of or even can articulate how anything he did was illegal, but apparently it was. He's been convicted. What else did we miss while you were gone?
I feel
pick the worst time to move. There was so much of the news happening, I can't even remember it all.
I feel like there was a tornado, but I missed it on like the.
There was also tornadoes.
There were tornadoes. My father was sending me messages. It's one of those things that it goes to prove when your parents start to harp on you about a particular thing, you're like, did the algorithm get you? What just happened? Because you're harping on one particular thing. So my dad was like, "Oh, you moved Iowa. You know, there's been storms right now." And I'm like, "Yeah, there totally was. Like in an area that is so far away from where I'm going, there were totally tornadoes, and it's no joke. Like there absolutely was." Then the next day, he's like, "Oh man, tornadoes, more storms. I'm getting all these stories that say more storms." And I'm like, Are you clicking on all the stories that say storms? Because that's why you're getting all these stories that talk about the storms. You know, it's because you click on them, and then it gives you more. I haven't been on Facebook for so long. You come to the devil. You come to the Midwest. Guess what? Every fucking one is on Facebook. So I had to go on Facebook for a particular thing. I was scrolling through and there was a video and it was like a motorcycle incident like on the roadway. And I was like, oh, hey, what's this? I'll just take a quick look at this little motorcycle incident. From whenever that was until now, all I get is motorcycle incident videos. And I'm like, I don't even ride a fucking motorcycle. I watched one video. And now every video I get is motorcycle incidents. And I'm like,
is Damien trying to tell us something?
Cocaine causes
cheek biting fights.
Oh, I'm gonna fight
with my
cheek
biting fight. I'm so curious now.
Oh, it's like, I'm gonna bite my cheek. No, I'm gonna bite my cheek. I don't know, maybe.
I'm gonna bite this cheek. I'm gonna bite that cheek.
Or bite that cheek, this cheek, that cheek. I don't know. That's what I thought initially. I don't know. Either way, it sounds fantastic. Let's do that. You know what? You can't even do cocaine anymore.
SpaceX had the first successful full flight of a
Is that what it was? It was a full flight?
See, there's so much you missed. Don't move anymore.
Uncapped, thank you so much for finally fucking joining the party. Gosh, it's his fault. It's fine.
Speaking of Uncapped, if you're not too busy, could you do some more stuff for us for free? Okay, thanks.
Dude,
seriously, please hit the like and subscribe button. Tell your friends about the show. We want to do more shows. We also want to get this really popular on YouTube so that we can get Uncapped Turtle to make us more videos and not do them for free like you did our intro. Thanks, Uncapped. You're the best.
Yeah, you won't do everything for free, but
Yeah, no,
we
no one
do
should
appreciate
work for free.
you've done it.
No
Jesus.
one should work for free.
Nobody.
But I want to get a top 5. I want to get a top 5 intro so we can be like top 5. Ooh.
We have so many intros. Oh, we need a top 5 intro.
We need a
Yes,
top 5 intro.
We need an intro for our top 5. Top 5.
What was there anything else, chat, in the news that we missed while Savage was out and while we weren't doing our show, or was that it? That's pretty big, though, dude. Although the Nick Rekieta stuff has kind of died down now. The drama from that has kind of died down. You don't even know who Nick Rekieta is.
No idea.
No idea.
Zero
I
idea.
live in your world.
Zero idea who you're fucking talking about.
I want to live in your world where
no fucking
I don't. Just YouTube. There's like since starting YouTube and watching more YouTube. YouTube's a lot. Like YouTube is like high school girls. It's all high school girls.
I mean, the stuff that I watch on YouTube is very particular. It's a couple of particular streamers of particular games, and it's not even that I don't even play those games. I just like those streamers playing those games. There's something about how their attitude, their presentation, the way that they are a creator, like in that universe, that is good. It's weird. It's strange to watch a game that you wouldn't play, but you're so into it just because the person who's playing it does such a good job as kind of like making it fun. And
yeah, Uncapped Turtle says sexually transmitted ringworm is becoming an epidemic in northeastern USA. Okay.
Oh,
well, that makes sense. You know why that's probably happening?
Well, we know
because of all the Democrats.
If you don't cap your turtle, if you leave it uncapped, that's what's gonna happen.
What the hell is
You're
an uncapped
gonna
turtle?
get a ringworm if you uncap your turtle. I'm just saying. It's gonna happen. Your old man will tell you, but as your uncle who loves you, but thinks it's all right if you have a cigarette or a beer or a knife every now and then, like just make sure to cap your turtle. Don't leave it uncapped.
Cap your turtle.
Don't be a fool. Wrap your tool. No, but seriously, folks, like fucking figure it out. Don't be an idiot. Any other news?
There is actually a lot of news going on.
There was. I mean, I was just so happy to share that Theo Vaughn video. That's basically the thing I've been sitting on for a couple days. I was laughing so hard for days on that video. Just like when he genuinely. Oh, Shadow Punk. Oh, it is Tigers. It's Owls. It's Owls Automotive.
This is an official Magnum PI hat. I always wear a Magnum PI hat. Always.
That's all right.
We got some news, though. We do have some news.
Ooh, what is
this?
So
it's time for news. All right, so
this looks like a non-woke artistry. What is this?
So, comicbookmovie.com, Avengers Assemble comic book series brings together an MCU dream team of superheroes this September. So this is the first time I'm looking at it, but this is just looking at the news. So, Marvel Comics has announced a new Avengers Ensemble series, which launches this fall. I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. So, and brings together a team which feels like it's heavily inspired by the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Check it out.
Okay.
So, let's see what we got down here.
Is it the one where
I'm not gonna read this whole thing because I'm dyslexic and I don't have my glasses. So
is it the one where Jean Grey is super hot? Yeah.
Yeah. So we got who's that guy? We got Hawkeye.
Who's
Captain
that
America,
guy? Oh, that's Hawkeye. It's like, who is that guy? Oh, it's Hawkeye.
Wonder Man. Is that Wonder Man? What's his? I'm so bad.
Wonder Whoa, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't trust Marvel anymore. Is this Night Thrasher?
Some of the artwork. Well,
Night Thrasher? Really? You can't have Night Thrasher in the Avengers?
That's not what's his name? That's not what's his name?
Night Thrasher, bro.
The Russian the dude who had the secret words for the night or for the
No, that is Night
Winter
Thrasher.
Soldier. Okay.
That's Night Thrasher. Right?
You would know better than I would.
Let's look this up.
Just saying. Someone. Yeah, why does Hawkeye look like that?
So this is a great time to assemble, Orlando said in a press release. Avengers Assemble is bringing a murderer's row of... Why would you call a murderer's row?
Murderers.
Heroes of classic Avengers back to the mansion. And classic comic storytelling is
Do you know what? Are you familiar with Murderer's Row?
What's
it's
that?
like Murderer's Row.
Yeah, I know. It's the
Okay,
baseball. It's the New York Yankees, 1927.
Okay.
Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig. But still, I mean, yeah, so it's Night Thrasher. So, obscure heroes. Okay, thank you. Lightning, Lightspeed, Julia Power. Okay, so we got reporting for duty, Captain America, the Wasp, Hawkeye, Hercules, She-Hulk, Photon, Wonder Man. So that was Wonder Man, Shang-Chi. A group of Avengers that feels very MCU inspired. So I feel like this is like the thing that Marvel's trying to do now, because the comics are not selling well, and the comics aren't selling well because they keep putting their like the message before the story. And I also don't think that they're hiring the best artists or writers right now.
Yeah, there was the stuff at the top looked a lot better than some of the stuff as you went down. Like the artists.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this.
I mean, it's better than anything I could ever fucking do in my life, but meh.
I mean, no. I'm not saying, okay, so the art's not bad. I don't think the art's terrible.
That one's meh.
It's kind of okay. This cover's not terrible. It's a little
that one's better.
A little muddy.
That one's better.
I don't know why you have Night Thrasher so like in your
muddy,
face. But he's such a. This is basically Horseman. So this is going to be Horseman.
BoJack Horseman?
No, from the Rippaverse.
Oh.
Rippaverse's Horseman is basically low rent Night Thrasher, and low rent Night Thrasher is basically Night Thrasher is basically low rent Daredevil.
The what verse?
I'm retarded?
Go on.
So that's that. We got another exciting. Let's see. Oh, is that it? Oh. This is interesting.
Oh.
I'm actually kind of excited about this one right here. New Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Michelangelo gets the spotlight in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 first look exclusive.
I'm gonna say the quiet thing out loud. When does Michelangelo not get the spotlight? He's the one that everybody loves. Like, sure, Leonardo fucking runs the shit, and fucking Donatello's like super smart, but like Michelangelo always, because he's the fucking cool guy. He always gets the spotlight. How is this different? They're like, of all the stars that we're gonna get, who's gonna be the voice of Michelangelo? It's like, it's gonna be Corey Feldman, because he's the biggest name. He's the biggest name at the time. Like, it's gonna be Corey Feldman. Like, are you fucking kidding me? It's Corey Feldman.
Oh man, I don't know. This art looks cool though. The only thing, so
it's super. That's gritty. I like it.
You were out for. So IDW does Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I think that right now, this is what the interesting thing is. So IDW is probably trying to do a bunch of damage control right now, because IDW just lost the license for Star Trek. They straight up yanked it from IDW.
Who did?
Paramount. So Paramount was like, IDW, you're fired. They went, you're fired. So IDW has a terrible human being in Heather Antos, who's like probably one of the worst human beings in comic books. She is a person that has no talent, no ability, and that manipulated her way through the HR game. The HR game is basically like, target someone that is like me, says off-color jokes, doesn't necessarily toe the political correct line. And you target them, you go to the HR department, you complain about them, and then you take that you get them fired, so then you can get that job. It's totally commonplace now in entertainment. You saw it all the time. The most talentless people, as long as they have that victim card, they pull out where they're like, oh, I'm a woman, or I'm LGBT, or I'm this. They will not all the time. They don't have any talent. They don't have any ability. But they go to the HR department and they make complaints to get people fired, and they take their jobs. She is so bad that Paramount was like, we can't do it anymore. You guys lost the license to Star Trek. We're going to shop it around. You guys are done.
So IDW had the comic book rights for Star Trek from Paramount.
Yep.
And Paramount was like, look, you guys are a fucking garbage. You can't even get your shit together.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey,
so but at least we're gonna focus on Michelangelo, right? Because nobody's heard of him before, right? Nobody's heard of Michelangelo. I'm not gonna lie, he's the coolest. Like, of course, like, but just to even write like, oh well, now they're gonna focus on Michelangelo. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's the favorite one in every single movie. Every single movie, Michelangelo is the cool one. He's like the cool brother that dies early in the movie. And like, oh no! Like, come on. What do we have? Raphael is underrated, by the way. Raphael.
No, so in
underrated.
one of the comic series, Raphael goes to prison, and that looks really good, and I kind of want to watch that. Donnie's I love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
So good.
I think I might pick that up again and start
Such a
reading
good
it.
franchise. Such a good franchise. You should draw like a super sketchy, like edgy version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, maybe I should do that.
Where they're pushing back against. Like, they're like, fuck that. That's not how things are. We're come from the fucking sewer. We come from the fucking streets. We know how shit is. You don't get to just be like, oh, you can't talk like this anymore. Get fucked, said Michelangelo.
So back to our theme for the night, Make America 80s again. America has seen better days. So we're about to see a video right now where these people are they filmed a video for YouTube. They put it on YouTube, and now the DOJ has charged them with some felonies.
Really?
And let's find out where they've been charged.
Let's watch this video.
Got a song, so we got to do, but whatever. And talk through it. Look at this. What the hell, dude? Look at that! The Lambo getting blasted with fireworks. How is this not America? How are they getting charged with felonies? This is America. This just looks like good old-fashioned America right here. Party at the USA.
I mean, I couldn't hate the song more, but that was so fucking rad.
Dude, right? He says, Uncapped Turtle says, I'm just going to talk through it like an obnoxious ass. Paulus Art says, we're all felons. You're right, bro. We are all felons now, dude.
We're all sinners, bro.
Felons now.
We're all sinners. Everybody sins. No one wins.
But how is this? So legit, like, this is in my, so I have a bunch of stuff bookmarked for you all to look at. So yeah, YouTuber faces federal charges after filming 2 women in a helicopter shooting fireworks at a Lambo. What, dude?
It's so cool. It's so cool. It's like
ridiculous, man.
Like,
then there's this.
Like the fact that if you paid for everything, if you paid for all of this, like and you're in an area where they're at, which is like the Salt Flats, where there's nobody for hundreds of miles, how could any of this be an issue?
I don't know, man.
How is any?
I think the charges too are that they were like firing.
If they were shooting heroin at each other, like sure.
If they were shooting live rounds of ammunition, I could see that being a problem. But also, still, I should be able to own an F-15 fighter plane. Okay.
Anything more than a firework, but it looks. The fact that they're like, we're going to paint this Lambo. We have so much money. We're going to paint this Lambo in like bed liner. And then you're going to drive with the windows up, which we've covered with, some sort of protection. And we're going to shoot it with like, hell yes, let's go do this. Let's go do this. What's the worst that happened? Like some of us get super injured. Let's do it. Fuck it.
Dude, right?
Death,
so there's this next one. Apparently, I don't know. Everyone's probably already seen this video. This chick did a TikTok where she lives in Austin, Texas, and she decided that she was going to go to a comedy show by herself. And then she comes back and she's like crying, like, oh, nobody, I'm going to die alone. Because she took an Uber with like an old single lady that's like lives with her cats and stuff. So this is like one of the things that me and my wife like watch a lot of content of, and actually kind of we get a little bit fired up about.
The Daily Mail Online?
No, the single woman can't find a man because she sucks.
Okay, got it.
You know what I mean? So there's like this like disease out there now of like the boss babe girl that spent her entire 20s and 30s focusing on her career, and when guys were interested in her, she'd be like, no, you're just my friend, or no, you're not good enough for me. And now they're like in their early 30s and their biological clock is winding down and they're freaking out because they're single. And it's like, honey, you did it to yourself. You had like case in point, like she's not the most attractive chick, but she's also not hideous either. And she, has all her teeth and she's not 500 pounds. This guy says would, because a lot of guys would be like, hey, I would totally. And I go, but this is the problem. And she probably would friend zone you or reject you, but then cry that she's all alone.
I just can't find any good guys anymore. I
just can't.
Hey,
look. Can't.
There are.
Look at her face. No, here we go. So this is the article. So she did this entire video.
Everybody's different
on TikTok, where this is allow ads. No, F you, Daily Mail. Okay, so we're moving on to that. We're not gonna watch the video.
No, Daily.
But
Daily
everyone probably saw this thing where she was like, "Oh, nobody loves me." Oh, and it's like, dude, everyone's got like. Me and like my wife, we have friends, and some of these friends, I'm sorry if they hear this, I don't care. They're single and they're sad about it. It's like, dude, there's so many guys that would date you, but you're like, he's not attractive enough. He doesn't have the right job. I don't like his shoes. Oh, the clothes that he wears.
His shoes. It's like, are you fucking listening to yourself right now? His shoes.
Like, everyone remembers Friends, and Chandler was always like, her head's too big, her ears are too small, like, whatever. That's, women are, like, modern women are Chandler Bing. They are
Chandlers. They're just a bunch of Chandlers. Chandler, Mrs. Chandler Bong.
Yeah.
If you're deep into Friends.
Amoeba's all 28 and married. Cry about it, MFer. That's right. Marriage is awesome. I'm pro-marriage, but I'm also like, stop being so picky. Good Lord.
But got my hands up, something else, and USA, okay. Shooting fucking rockets, yeah. I'm driving fucking Lambos, yeah. Hey, yeah, we paid for helicopters.
Yeah, Seinfeld 2, dude. Seinfeld 2. It's just a big problem that I'm very much like, dude, like, I don't know how dudes, like, I honestly feel bad for guys. I'm a big fan of guys getting their crap together. Like Asmongold, he needs to get his crap together. He needs to clean his house, maybe burn the house down to the ground and buy a new one.
It would be so, the thing is, it would be so easy for a guy like him to get his shit together.
Yeah.
But he's just like, it's like a mental thing where he's like, he doesn't see, like, he sees the problem, but he doesn't really see the problem.
But he's also not complaining. Like, the guy's not complaining about being single.
Nope.
He's not complaining about his station in life.
Nope.
He's like, oh, I wouldn't. I live my life.
Oh, I wouldn't use that sink.
Yeah.
What? He's like, oh, no, it's fine. I have another sink for using.
Like, what?
What?
But like, there's these women out here that have like, they walk past all these guys that are into them because it's like, oh, he's not this or he's not that or he's a plumber. Ew, I don't want to be with a guy that works with his hands. Ew, no. And then they're like, I'm single. There's nobody out there for me. It's like, dude. Get
tough.
it together.
It's fucking tough out there, man.
The guy that was asking you out, that's the guy you should probably go out with. Maybe you should be less picky and realize, he might be a gem. He might be a gem in the rough. I don't know.
Maybe you should be less picky, mate. Maybe.
I mean, also, too, like, when you're a 6, you should be happy that the 7 with the $120,000 a year job as a plumber in the middle of Alabama is the guy for you.
Maybe
like, I'm just saying.
Maybe when you're a 6, you should just be glad you're even 6, eh, mate? I'm just saying.
When you're a 6, you should be glad you're with a 5. Like, I'm a 5 with a solid 10. Okay, we can't all be me. We cannot all be me. Okay.
We definitely cannot all be you.
No, can't all be this privileged. All right, so how many people in the chat use Adobe products?
Oh my God, the Adobe thing. I saw this and immediately thought of you and I went, oh my God, is this going to be something he wants to talk about? Because people are fucking pissed. They're like, do not agree. Do not agree to the new terms of service. Call them and cancel all of your shit. Get rid of your Adobe products. What is going on? Fill me in because people are fucking pissed.
Nestor says it perfectly. Daddy, God is preparing the hubby that will treat me the princess
Oh my
that
God.
I have.
Oh
And
my
it's
God.
like, dude, seriously. No, you're not a princess, honey.
Okay, enough about Princess. But what's up with Photoshop?
All right. So I use Photoshop a ton. I use Premiere. I use Illustrator. I use InDesign.
Everybody
all the time,
uses
right?
the Adobe suite. Everybody.
Yeah. So they've updated their terms of use. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the tweet from Sam Santella. I can't use Photoshop unless I'm okay with you having full access to anything I create with it, including NDA work. So, updated terms of service is our access to your content. What? Wait, what?
All right, let me go ahead. Yeah.
Our access to your content. What? Let me put my glasses on.
No, I got it. We may access, view, or listen to your content, defined in section 4.1, content below, through both automated and manual methods, but only in limited ways and only as permitted by law. For example, in order to provide the services and software, we may need to access, view, or listen to your content. A, respond to feedback or support requests. B, detect, prevent, or otherwise address fraud, security, legal, or technical issues. And C, enforce the terms as further set forth in section 4.1 below. Our automated systems may analyze your content and Creative Cloud customer fonts defined in section 3.10, Creative Cloud customer fonts below, using techniques such as machine learning in order to improve our services and software and the user experience.
Yeah.
Information on dude, hell fucking
okay,
no.
so
oh my God.
Translation.
Wow.
Translation.
Oh my God.
Well, actually.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So content. Content means any text, information, communication, or material, such as audio files, video files, electronic document, or images that you upload, import into, embed for use by, or create using the services and software. So essentially what this is saying, in essence, let's break it down. Adobe has AI, okay? And they're going to be using your artwork, my artwork, everyone's artwork that they're creating, original, or NDA licensed work. Like I work on stuff that's NDA'd. They'll be stealing that. Yes, I said stealing that. Adobe is stealing this artwork from you to feed into their AI algorithms so that they can improve their AI learning so that the AI can then replace you, the artist, with your own work.
They don't even need to. And the thing is, it's like the AI is doing all of the work. Like it's telling you that like its program is going to go in and analyze all of your shit and learn it before a human ever even sees anything.
So when people tell you, and Elon Musk tell you, and all these people that defend AI, and they say, AI doesn't steal from you. Yes, it does. This is exactly how it steals your artwork. AI is nothing more than stolen memory. AI is nothing more than stealing from you and recalibrating it and reconfiguring it so that you can't see it, so you hide it. And people will say, oh, but Salty, that's what we do when we reference. I worked at a company all last year that was defending AI. It's just a tool. It's just this. Because what you do is you look at past artists and you get inspiration. Yeah, it's true. I look at past artists, but what I do is I look at it. I study it, I learn from it, I see what works, and then I sit down and in my own way, and I will say it is magic because I don't cuss, usually Savage is the cusser. I have a fucking soul, okay? So it goes through me, and it is a little bit of magic. It's a little bit of God. It's a little bit of what makes us unique and separates us from the animal kingdom. And I churn out something that's unique and unto myself. AI doesn't do that. AI is soulless. All it is a photocopy of a photocopy of a photocopy that's now configuring it into something new. It is 100% theft. I'm a big time no government intervention. However, this is where government needs to shut this down because what they are doing is immoral and should be illegal. It should be illegal because it is immoral. And Adobe, fuck you. This is disgusting. This is absolutely 100% disgusting.
Yeah.
Fucking assholes. You guys are fucking assholes.
It's so fucked up that they would be like, oh hey, we're so stoked that like we're the suite that like everyone uses in most like major publications and this and that and under this umbrella and under this umbrella, and anybody hired by this company has to know our stuff. But oh hey, guess what? And also, how do you think fucking Paramount and Warner Brothers and all these people are gonna react when when they have all of these things? And now Adobe is like, oh but we also own all this stuff, and you're just at work, you're like, I don't know, I'm creating this for let's say Warner Brothers, but now Adobe is able to harvest this at the same time. How does Warner Brothers feel about this? Because this is their product, even if it is my creative.
Well, that's the thing, is like what's going to end up happening is that it's what they're going to do. And this is how it always works, because we no longer like, it's what we see in California when they have stupid laws like AB5, and people that aren't from California, AB5 basically made it impossible to be a freelance contractor in that state. And what we then saw was it's such a bad law that was harming a lot of different industries, is that industries then lobbied to have carve-outs that they no longer had to be under AB5, which then screwed over the rest of the people that weren't attached to a large industry or group. So what's going to happen is you're going to get carve-outs. So Warner Brothers is going to be able to fight that they get a carve out, that Adobe will no longer steal from Warner Brothers and Disney and this and that. But then like independent artists like me or Amoeba Artstorm, they're still going to be stolen from. And so this is the kind of stuff that I'm actually talking about, and I'm going to bring it back to my comic book in Silence Do Good, because Silence Do Good is about AI. And in Silence Do Good, what we have is we have a company that is going through time and is kidnapping people and stealing them from their timeline and downloading them into a computer program it's like a VR program called Newtopia, where they will strip the person of their intelligence, basically make them, take their brain and download it into an algorithm. And the people that live inside of Newtopia have their dreams stolen, have their hopes, have their aspirations, have their actual dreams that they sleep when they sleep, what they dream about. That's all getting stolen from them and downloaded into an algorithm, so that algorithm can become more powerful and become more user-friendly and become better. And then that AI grows to become an omnipotent kind of being that thinks that it's God and tries to replace God. It's super sinister. And we're seeing the beginnings of this sinister act. And it's kind of funny that I came up with this like 5 years ago, but now it's being put in my comic book, which you should totally buy. But that's, in a nutshell, that is what AI is doing to us. That is what social media has been doing to us for the last 20 years. It's stealing from us and robbing us blind, and taking the things that are most valuable to us, our relationships, our likes or dislikes, the things that we're passionate about. It actually mines that information from us for free and has turned us into digital slaves, and is then selling that back to us. And frankly, that's all I have to say.
Frankly.
It's just gross, dude. It's just gross, and I'm sick of it, man.
And the thing is that
I'm like, dude, I'm tired of it.
The potential, the potential of AI is just so great, and the idea of what we're all capable of is so great. And then the immediate reaction as soon as it's like, oh hey everybody, we got AI. Did everybody notice we got AI? And everyone's like, wham! How can we make AI make you obsolete? How can we make AI do the work of 17 people at once? How can we make AI do this is what we need right now, because the fucking economy is in the fucking shithole.
I wanted AI to do my dishes and my laundry so I could do more art, not do my art so I have to do more dishes and laundry. You jerks,
Thank
dude.
you very much. That's exactly. It's like, why is AI doing the arts? Why is AI doing the arts when it has no business doing that, when it should be doing automated bullshit all day, every day? Like it started in the wrong industry. Like it went to the entertainment industry first instead of going to the washing. Like, how are the washing machines and refrigerators not smarter? It's like, oh, they are. But just to get that one, you have to pay like $750,000 because we're fucking stupid. We have no idea how to just regulate stuff and decide what's going to get smart tomorrow. Is it going to be freezers? Nope. We're going to give it to an industry that's going to go ahead and just like bury 3/4 of the people that are employed by it. Have a nice day.
And I don't understand what the end game is, because it's like you're not going to have anything to sell to people anymore because they're all going to be out of a job.
Or and the stuff that you're going to put out, people are genuinely going to know and realize and look at and be like, this isn't really good. This isn't art. This is obviously fake. Like, this is made by something. There's something that's weird about this. Yeah. There's an uncanny valley about this. Like, there's something just off. Like, this doesn't work. And and everybody notices that, and it comes across real clear, real quick. Say what?
We're almost into hour 3. Should we watch a music video? Should we watch a music video real quick?
What do we got? We had we've had some pretty.
We've covered a lot tonight's show.
We have,
but we still keep going. It's Friday night. Friday night with Salty and Savage. No, I should never sing again. Don't
Salty and Savage show. We're the Salty and
Savage
Nestor,
show. Yeah, dude, Nestor missed it, but he's in the chat right now. Nestor made one of our new theme songs.
Oh yeah.
That was really, really great, man. We need to make a little music video for that.
The Salty and Savage show, the new theme song. It's pretty great.
I love it, dude. Starts off slow.
Got that Make America 80s again vibe.
That's what we're all about here at the Salty and Savage show, making America 80s again. No AI stealing your artwork. Presidents that know what they're doing and lead the way for prosperity by getting out of the way. Less Democrats. That's what we need.
Yeah, that is pretty. It's pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. It's awesome to have people just hooking it up.
I will play it on Cap Turtle if you send me the link. Send me the link. I will play it. I'll play whatever you want.
What has he got?
Oh, let's watch a music video though. Let's watch a music video.
Which one? Oh, you know what? What do we got?
You were playing it earlier.
Yeah, one of my favorites. OJ.
Yeah, well, we take another break for the 3rd hour.
Is that what we're in? Jeez Louise. I like a little. We're gonna go have a little juice. Have a little juice real quick. In 3, 2.
Unbelievably, the most watched, most wondered about man in America has gone missing tonight.
The intersection of the 5 and the 91 freeway. One thing we have been noticing, again, it's a very slow pursuit, followed by numerous highway patrol vehicles. But because of the intensity, it seems like people have heard about what's going on. And all the overpasses that we've seen have been lined with cars.
Guilty shadows haunt the night. Dark secrets locked away so tight. OJ on the run. Oh, what a sight. High-speed chase, sirens blaring in the moonlight. Fame and glory now turn to shame. The taste of freedom lost in this twisted game. OJ, the man with the bloodstained fame, innocent or guilty, who's to blame? Running from the truth, chasing dreams in the night. Oh, OJ, you can't have my faithful light. Guilty shadows follow you.
One of our LA affiliates. Police believe that O.J. Simpson is in that car. Okay. Police believe he is in that vehicle.
911, what are you reporting? This is AC. I have OJ in the car.
Fame and glory, now turned to shame. The taste of freedom lost in this twisted game. OJ, the man with the bloodstained fame, innocent or guilty. Who's to blame? Running from the truth, chasing dreams in the night. Oh, OJ, you cry from the faithful light. Guilty shadows follow you, day and night. In the darkness, justice finds its light.
Oh my gosh, that is like one of that.
Speaking of AI,
that is Speaking of AI, as we just
it is fun
as we trash
it is
AI.
fun. Yeah.
And we're
well,
like,
I will trash AI, but I mean,
at the same
obviously,
time,
I'm trying to survive. Okay,
I'm not going to not use it and like have a good time and make some jokes, but also don't take my job, bro.
Well, no. Here's the thing: is like, if it wasn't, I just don't see how AI is gonna be a benefit to society. I just do not see how it's a net benefit to society. And my thing is like, new technology should elevate man and should make, and by man I mean humanity, but I'm not politically correct, so man. It needs to elevate man's existence. It needs to make life better for man. And we are now in a point in our in history or whatever, where technology is hurting man. It's no like in the 50s, the 60s, and 70s, I felt like technology was actually, advancing our society. It was making life a little bit easier. You didn't have to necessarily, cars were great. Washing machines are great. Air conditioning's great. Refrigeration's great. But now we're at a point where technology has advanced so far ahead of us where we haven't really been able to catch up. And social media is a good indicator of that, where now it's hurting us. And I believe that AI is going to be our Tower of Babel. I think that it's going to kind of almost harm us so much that it's going to reset the clock on everything.
Yeah, it's super difficult to even think about like the possibilities, because you want it for one thing, but you don't want it for another. And
yeah,
and I'll give you an interesting.
Well, real quick, we got wise people in the chat. AI is for free shit posts. AI is for memes, which are also basically shit posts. Yeah. This is what AI is for.
Yes. So let me give you a conundrum that AI itself had. Well, AI hasn't created it, but the companies relying on AI has created it. So let's say you don't have a job anymore because you've been replaced by AI and or someone younger who's taking on 3 positions for a third of the cost of what it used to be. So now you're out in the job market and you're looking for a job, and you're having to adjust your resume for every job that you apply for, and do a cover letter and all this stuff. And that takes like a lot of time. It's a lot of effort. And when you're doing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of applications over the course of a year, because you're not finding a job right away, because AI is because the market has been just completely crushed. You continue to like, oh, well, what you're supposed to do is you need to adjust each thing. Each application needs to be adjusted. Your resume needs to be adjusted for every application because the AI that they're using is looking for like certain words and certain this and that. And so you're like, well, I mean, how do I? So I have to rewrite. I have to adjust my resume for every single application, and then I have to adjust the cover letter for every single application. So what ends up happening is I'm like, I'm so inundated with this. I need to use ChatGPT. I need to use AI. I need to reach out and go, write me a cover letter for a job that has this, and this, because I can't be bothered to do that anymore.
Yeah.
And then what you end up with is a document that I have now had AI create because I'm so inundated with creating documents for an AI to read. And now an AI system that is made for a completely different company with do not contact lists and shit like that and whatever is now interacting with the AI that you've created, and it's pushing it all together.
It makes
and
everything super impersonal.
It's so convoluted, and there's no wonder that none of us are getting fucking hired. But you know what? I get a fucking AP update for? Oh, the Associated Press is like, oh, there's 272,000 more jobs this month. It's like bull fucking shit. Where?
Yeah.
What industry? Where are there 272,000 more fucking jobs? You fucking show me and tell me they aren't government contract jobs, because you can get fucked with all that fucking bullshit.
The biggest employer in the world, the U.S. government. So Uncapped Turtle has a good point. If you're scared of AI, spend an afternoon trying to train one. Your fears will be rendered moot. Here's the thing, bud.
Right.
I would say, I have spent not just an afternoon, but I've spent weeks trying to train Stable Diffusion to not be straight up retarded. And for those that don't know, Stable Diffusion is basically an AI program where you can create render out stuff. And if you look that up, there's a whole it's a rabbit hole. It's not so much about being afraid of AI as far as like I won't be able to make a living, because I'm pretty sure I'll be able to. And like your other point, prompt jockey will become a profession, which is true. But here's the thing,
right.
It's like, and to Savage's point, which if I was to summarize would basically be like, what AI is going to do is it's going to remove the humanity out of day-to-day functions. And that is a very scary world to be in. I think that's a world that a lot of elites would like us to be in. I think they want us to be in pods, not owning anything to be happy. But that's also not a kind world. That's going to be a very unkind world.
Yeah, exactly. When you take out the human interaction, just that little interaction, even if it's the white guy, like tight lip and nod, like even if it's just that, if you remove that from the equation,
yeah,
you remove like everything. If it's all AI, if every interaction is based on the results of a previous interaction of something else, and not the fact that you're having a great day and maybe your reaction is going to be a little different, or you're having a bad day and your reaction.
Well, it takes the personality out of everything. It takes the personality of everything.
Completely.
So one of the things about cover letters that when I try to tell like younger guys that I'm mentoring on how to get a job and stuff, is like one of the things I always tell them is like, hey, you got to write a good cover letter. That cover letter needs to be like 3 sentences, 4 sentences at the most. It needs to be really, really quick, and it just needs to it needs to convey some things. And one of those things would be like, you're basically hitting on a girl, so you need to not sound like a douche, and you need to make it more about them and your interest in them, and
why they're so good.
That personality of you needs to come through in that, and that personality of you needs to come through your resume. And when you start using AI, you will lose you, because what you're trying to do is now being taken over by the AI. And I think that's actually the scary part.
It's unfortunate but like I never wanted to. I've been sitting and adjusting resumes and doing this and that, and I never wanted to like allow any sort of program to read my shit and do my shit and change my shit. And that just sounds like under no circumstance do I want that to happen. Like I'm not a writer, but like I worked on a television show for so long, and like writing is something I did every day, and I enjoy writing stuff on the side. And I tell people I'm a writer sometimes, and I'm not really a writer, but at the same time, like using the words in your head from your own references, they're so much more unique, and they're so much more genuine, and they're so much more realistic than something that has the references of every single fucking person that ever fucking existed. And you're like, this is completely unrealistic.
But Savage, if you write and you need to bounce ideas off of somebody and like rewrite and edit, you could just use AI and it'll make your writing better. Wrong. The best writing that happens for a television show, for anything that you're doing, for the advertising that we used to do, AI is not the greatest tool, man. I've been using it for like 2 years now. The best way to get the most creative ideas, the best ideas, and then execute on those ideas, to have a team of individuals that have unique skills and perspectives to come into a room, brainstorm up, write some stuff down, and then run that through a funnel of someone that's a talented wordsmith, a talented writer. That's going to be much better than using AI for anything, man. That's the thing that's so scary, is like what we're gonna see AI do is we're gonna see it's gonna be what Hollywood's been doing,
Discretion,
but like times 1,000. Where it's like, you know how like every show like looks the same now. It's either like it's got the same format and the same formula and the same cast that all looks the same. It's like, dude, you think that's bad? What's coming out of Hollywood, dude? Now with AI, it's gonna be way worse, man.
Yeah,
way
it's
worse.
like it's just that it's the same reason that initially they didn't let AI or computers run a jet plane. It's like because there's an instinct, there's discretion that a human has, that the computer just doesn't necessarily have, and sometimes that's just fundamentally the context, just like a very tiny little thing. Sometimes it's just an absolute nuance, just because you happen to live next to the address of the place that you're applying to. And you're like, oh my God, H Street? I used to live on H Street. Do they still have, does the guy who plays the drums on the 5-gallon bucket still go on the corner? And all of a sudden the person's like, whoa, what the fuck? But guess what? The AI doesn't have any of that fucking bullshit.
No, yeah.
And by any of that bullshit, I mean any of that fucking gold that you've mined from actually living a life and experiencing stuff as a genuine, organic, sentient piece of meat walking around the fucking world.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I do love the fact that the chat has a lot of feelings about this. I think what we should do is like maybe next week or the week after, or
what
soon,
should we do?
We should have Uncapped Turtle come in and maybe someone else, and we have like a big old AI like throwdown, dude. And
I wouldn't mind chatting with Uncapped. Uncapped seems pretty capped.
Yeah,
pretty capped. An Uncapped Turtle is
Uncapped Turtle is the man. We love that guy,
I'm gonna tell my dad that's what the kids are calling unprotected sex. I'm like, oh,
I thought that was what a circumcision was, because a circumcised penis looks like an uncapped turtle.
Yeah,
no?
you're a schmuck. Yes, absolutely. He says
uncapped turtle is essentially a circumcised penis head.
He is, yes.
After
Don't worry. He's based AF.
Which, if you don't know what that means, look it up, children. You all should, actually.
He's based, also following the show, Salty and Savage, as you should do. Like and follow. Yeah. Hey, I'll be here all week, folks. No, seriously, I'm not going anywhere. I'll be here all week. Make sure to like and subscribe. I can't believe that we've gone this long. This is ridiculous. We need to shut the fuck up.
We probably should. 3 hours almost, guys. And the chat is
I need to go eat something or something.
Over it.
I don't know.
We still got a lot of people watching. It's been fun.
The chat.
I've been having a good time.
We do
drinking
have
my rum and cokes.
Ooh, what do you got? What kind of rum?
Oh, dude, we just got a new person in here. Why do you people insist on using your real name on the internet? I do not understand. Welcome, Steve Schott. You can
Stevie Scott. Pleasure to meet you, Stevie Scott.
Steve Schott is an amazing American, based as hell.
Amazing. He's an amazing American. Let me tell you, he's based. He's based as hell.
Yeah, he is, because he's all, I got my real name because I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. That's right. Right.
I can actually respect that, because it's fucking fair enough.
Yeah, dude. Like, Steve is a based MFer. I love that guy, dude.
Uncapped though. He's like, I don't even use my real face on the internet. Oh.
I've seen his face though,
and I want my scalps.
This is the best way to watch the show, is on the toilet, everybody. It's the best way to watch the show. We're big fans of poop in the
I wouldn't say I'm a big fan of poop, but it keeps coming up And for some reason,
it's because we're from California and poop is everywhere in California. It's all on the streets. Just all along the roads.
You call poop. You called the shit poop. Okay, all right, I got it.
There was one time I was actually in the bathroom at work doing a poop, and I had a finger come underneath the stall and rub my shoe, my Converse All-Star, right there ever so gently. Just rub my foot ever so gently, and it was that MFer Steve Schott right there doing that.
What? Did you? I was like, I hope you knew him before that, or is that how you met?
That may or may not be how we met.
Is that the intro to "This Is How I Met Your Mother"?
He saw that was me.
I have an interesting story. I was pooping. I was in the bathroom all alone at the Shrine Auditorium in Los Angeles.
Yes.
It was an award show night. The award show had just started. I was working
because where were you working?
In Hollywood.
For what company? Extra.
Yeah, we don't need to. Whatever. Nobody cares.
I care, damn it.
I'm working for a random TV show that was like, oh my God, we need to have presence at this bullshit award show. So anyway, we need to suck each other's phony baloney. So anyway, it's like a break when it's like the award show just started. So everybody's into the thing. Everyone's breaking stuff down. And it's time I get a break and I'm like, I can go down to the bathroom. I can handle a few things. So I go down to the bathroom. It's the Shrine Auditorium is kind of unique. You go into the lobby and it's a huge lobby. Then you would go into the theater. But to go to the bathrooms, you go to either side. It's like men are on the right, women are on the left. And then you go downstairs. Underneath is where all the bathrooms are. They're very large, almost gymnasium style bathrooms. So I go down and it's all tile. It echoes so loud. But I walk through and I'm like, there's no one in there. I'm like, okay, great. Cause I need to handle some business. So I'm done. And I'm preparing to leave the stall, and I hear someone coming down the stairs, like dun, 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 dun. And they rush into, and there's tons of stalls. There's like a dozen stalls at least, and this guy bursts into the stall next to mine. It's echoing again. There's nobody else in the entire bathroom. Everyone has gone into the show. And I'm like, oh my God, are you serious right now? I'm like, okay, so I need to like tidy things up. I definitely wasn't like doing anything over here. Let me clean things up here. And he just starts ripping ass. Just and I'm like, oh my God, I can't get out of the stall fast enough to get out and wash my hands. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to stand in here. It's just dropping bombs, destroying the bathroom.
Hey, look, sometimes when you got to,
Sometimes when you got to.
You know?
So I come out and I'm washing my hands and I look up and standing in the doorway of the bathroom is this huge bodyguard, like this huge guy. And I'm like, what? And I'm just looking at him going, wait, what's actually going on? And then the toilet flushes. And out walks Eddie Murphy. And he walks up and he starts washing his hands. He washed his hands. There's a dozen sinks. He washed his hands at the sink right next to me. And I'm like, and I look at him and I'm like, what the actual, and in my head, I'm just going, what the fuck? And I was such a big fan of his growing up watching Delirious. And I was like, what do I say? What do you say? What do you say right now? Like he just blew ass next to me. And I'm like, what's that? And I'm like, and I just go, it's the FOT game. You'll play one day, son. Like I just pull out some old Delirious stuff. And he was, I think he was so upset that he had to just like blow ass that he was just like, all right. he almost gave me that Robert Redford, like, just that look that he was like, okay, I'm going to let you have this. And then I just walked out past his bodyguard and I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to tell everybody that Eddie Murphy just had diarrhea next to me. This is so great.
Oh, what's up with the guys that come in and are heavy breathing and they're all making all sorts of noises and they sit down and they're huffing and puffing like taking a shit? Because sometimes you eat something
Apparently,
that does not agree with you.
Apparently, you've sat next to me after Taco Bell.
And it's like having a baby. Okay. Although I prefer to do those types of drop deuces, those types, at home. Okay? At home.
At home. It's the chat enjoys. Uncapped, he's like, clipping. Yeah. But Steve,
don't forget to show our logo and tell everyone to like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe.
Steve had his own great run-in at the toilet next to Gerard Butler in Venice. I'm assuming Venice Beach. Not Venice, Italy, but nonetheless, either way, that would be interesting. Talked about 300, and you were like, this is Sparta. And he was like,
hey, you got to make sure that you shake really, really well, especially when you get older, because if you don't shake really, really well into the urinal, you're going to have a little shake out into your pants.
If you shake it more than 3 times, you're playing with it. So let's just settle down.
Look, sometimes you might need to
sometimes you might need to
because you don't ever want to walk out of the bathroom with that little pee spot right there on your jeans. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to walk out of the bathroom with the pee spot. You're a pee spot on the bathroom. I don't know. But
this show has quickly devolved into poop stories. Oh, we got a video. Wait,
poop?
Did Uncapped Turtle share something? Breaking news.
Who does number 2 work for? Did Uncapped? Did you see the reference in the? Thank you.
Good Lord, I'm not talking about this Uncapped Turtle. I thought you were gonna send me a video, an interesting video. Wait, when did you send this? So many things.
Many things. Are we? Let's not get too Uncapped. It's 9:30. I mean, that's 3 hours.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous for us. What are we even doing?
Oh,
is it Friday?
Wait, you sent the funny video. Okay, wait. We'll watch it. This is the last thing we watch. Let's watch this.
You got to hold on. You got to add it to the stage or something.
Yeah, I will. I was just getting it ready. Okay, we're gonna watch something funny.
On the single leg, trying to fight, picking one guy up, slams him down, and the right hand lag for Eddie Hall, he's knocked him out, one shot, it's all in good, on the single leg, trying to fight, picking one guy up, slams him down, the right hand lag for Eddie Hall.
Is this new fighting thing where I saw a guy was fighting women? Is that what this is?
No, it's like a guy fighting multiple guys, right?
Yeah, but there was another one where someone posted a video. It was like a dude fighting 2 fighter chicks, and he just wrecks. He's like this fat, out of shape guy, and he's just wrecking these chicks. And they're all like fit fighters. Eddie Hall. Apparently, Eddie Hall is someone that I don't know. I don't.
I was like, is the Shaska sisters?
Oh,
that's funny. Yeah, the world's strongest man. Yeah, I think I'm familiar with who this guy is, and they're just like, it's freak fight. So it's like what this sport is it's like putting incredible people. It's like this guy's huge, and here's 3 people who are athletic. Can he fight them? Or if it's like it's 100 ducks versus a giant horse.
In the States. This is like happening in like
it probably but it's
some third world country.
No, it could totally happen in the States, but it's done under the guise of it's much like a circus or or like it's not real, even though they're totally like he could totally knock them the fuck out.
Oh, we could be here all night YouTubing stuff, Steve. We could be here all night YouTubing stuff.
This is ridiculous.
It's 9:30 at night.
We should go.
I got World of Warcraft to go play, guys.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know what I gotta do. I gotta go unpack more boxes and probably eat.
You have a lot to
eat another.
You got to get your stuff together.
Eat another frozen pizza. Look, dude, I got the axes handled. All right, I got the room set up. So as long as the moneymaker, the podcast, I like how we call this a podcast. Like, what are we potting? We're not casting. We're not potting. Oh, son of a. That was a doozy. I do my shoulder like that sometimes, but that was a doozy. Yeah, we got to. You do need to get on earlier.
Yeah, you get here earlier.
Thank you very much.
Get her early. You should like and
Like,
subscribe
what are you even
so you
doing?
get the notification.
What are you
Make
even
sure
doing?
to hit the notification bell. Do all the things, guys.
Yeah, the likes, the subscribes, all the things, Yeah, it's whatever. Like, I'm super stoked to be back.
Good to have you back, man.
Oh, cool stuff going on this weekend. So, small town, where I'm at, really cool. Quick to note, there's a bar here that's now 100 years old. 100th anniversary is tomorrow. So the place, it's got its name, but then below it, it's alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, because they literally fucking sell all of them. You get your fishing license there.
Yeah.
The place is amazing, and it's having its 100th anniversary tomorrow. So we're doing that. All the local graduations are tomorrow. So we got like nieces and nephews who are graduating. So we have graduation parties and a 100th anniversary of the local bar tomorrow. Plus on Sunday, we're gonna possibly enter into our first car show. Yeah, my better half, when I met her, already had this unbelievably beautiful classic car.
I've seen it. It's gorgeous. Take video of that. Let's post it up on the channel so people can see it.
And we may possibly enter it in a car show this Sunday, our first Midwest car show. And her uncle was like, well, y'all know you'll be the belle of the ball because you're new. So you're probably going to win best in show anyway. And we're like, well, shit, we should probably fucking show up then,
Yeah.
But anyway, it's could be interesting. Lots of interesting stuff coming from out of here.
Very cool.
Hoping we'll do, more of the show. Maybe we'll do 2 times a week. Maybe we'll bump it up, 2 times one week, 1 time another week. We'll Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. We're still working out exactly what.
We're trying to figure it out, guys. Bear with us as we try to figure it out.
Yeah, what the best day is. I mean, granted, tonight's been fantastic. I mean, our Friday Night Love has been fucking awesome. I've been extremely impressed with the Friday Night Love. Wednesday was great. Thursday was a little rough because there were a couple other guys that are in kind of our same genre that were also live casting at the same time, and we were like, maybe we shouldn't do it on that night, but we'll figure it out, because there might be other nights that we do different stuff, like World of Warcraft, as we were talking about.
Yeah,
we might stream something different. We'll see.
I think maybe I think Friday's pretty good though. I think people. You could
even get like on your World of Warcraft character, and we could simulcast it here, and I could be here, and we can be like, strategizing. Like I can, assist in the journey, even if I'm not actually playing or something like that.
No, I think we get you an account. I think we play together. I think that'll be fun. I'll play as my hunter, Punky Puster.
Oh, Punky. Oh, Punky.
I have great character names. No, I think that'd be fun. We could do a couple of things. We'll figure it out. We're having fun here. We thank you guys for being here. Please, again, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure to buy my comic book and buy his Beard Balm, because it's
lovely. I got to get more back up. There's only like 1 on the site right now. I got to get more back up. I'm working on that, folks. I love all of you.
Stay away from the fridge. I don't know what that means.
Stay away from the fridge. What does that have to do with?
The Baron, Steve. The Baron is our moderator, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. They moderate.
The Baron. The Baron handles it. The Baron handles it.
No, Uncapped Turtle. Punky Puster. Because I play a hunter that shoots a bow and arrow and goes pew 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 pew.
The episode with the fish.
I am very slow.
Oh, Punky.
Slow.
Oh, Punky.
Very slow.
Oh,
right.
The episode with the fridge, Punky. All right. It's been awesome. Yeah, let's do this. Hold on. What do we got? We got too many banners. We got too many likes and subscribes. Thank you all for coming in. It's been fucking
appreciate you guys being here. We had a good time.
We had a great time. We also got a new theme song, so we're going to use this to play ourselves out. The Salty and Savage theme song.
It's so slow and melancholy. We need a fast one too. We need a fast one and a slow one. We need an electronic one and a slow one.
Who made this though?
Nestor.
That's right. Nestor. All right, y'all. It's been fun.
Later.
We love you.